Wow, wow, wow. Bam, we're live. God, there's so much in life I don't understand. I just don't understand some people. Ew. Don't miss opportunities. I do not overthink shit. There was this I've told this story before, I tell it again, it's so potent. Someone said to me one time, or I was complaining to someone about when I was working at CrossFit about how much I was doing. I was like, man, like I'm everywhere. I haven't been home in 3 years. I haven't been home for more than 5 days. I'm on call 24/7. I've got up from my mom's, birthday dinner on Christmas Eve 15 times to deal with work stuff. And one of my coworkers, Dave, goes, "Well, it could be worse." And I go, "What?" He goes, "No one could be calling you." It could be worse. Nobody could be calling you. "Hey, I think I got the phone fixed." I, we'll see what happens. I did, Scott Schweitzer said that he hardlined his phone in, and so, shit, what's good for Scott is good for me. Oh, but I have to unplug it now every time I start the show, um, just to make sure it charges when I'm not in here. No, well, maybe he was big dicking me, but either way, I got the lesson. Always say yes, never set boundaries. Always say yes, never set boundaries. I don't. That's me. Always say yes, never set boundaries, or just say no. Hey, what's up, dude?
Isn't that a boundary though?
Always saying yes.
No, saying no.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I guess I do have some like weird. I guess I do have some boundaries. Like if I had a truck and like you asked me to move you, Caleb, I'd be like, I'd probably move you. I'd move. I'd help you and Tyson move.
Thanks.
A lot of people though, no, no. If you could afford the thing is, you have to be able to either afford my truck or I have to really like you. I'm not letting you borrow my car. Like let's say Tyson was still at Shepherd and he's like, "Can I borrow your truck?" Now he's with the Bears. If he's at Shepherd and he crashes the truck, the friendship gets stressed. He's a Chicago. I get it.
Yeah, that's right. Facts.
Joking, not joking.
Nah, Hagerstown Ford though. Hagerstown Ford would have hooked it up. Even at even
Hagerstown
at Shepherd.
Ford.
Even at Shepherd.
Hey, dude, I can't wait to see you doing a car commercial.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, I'm Tyson Bagent, just at the local Ford dealership. Yeah, baby. You're gonna own a dealership soon. Isn't that like mandatory for guys who go into the sports profession?
I don't know. We'll see. We will see.
There was this baseball player when I was a kid. He was a home run dude, Reggie Jackson. I think he owned like 20 dealerships in the area. Do you know who that is? Reggie Jackson. Does that ring a bell, Tyson?
I've heard that name before.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson. I've heard that name before.
He
You
he
said
was a
you
he was
said
a,
baseball player?
he was the home run dude before Mark McGuire and who's the other dude? They used to bump forearms. Oh, someone will say. Hey, what's up with the dogs? What's the dog's hat?
Oh, Martinsburg Bulldogs. This is like Ezra's hat that I jacked from him.
Oh, you're a good dude because you don't have enough hats.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you thrown anything into the stands yet? Like any clothing, like a headband or a do football players do that? Like do you guys have any like mouthpieces or do you guys we know you don't have jock straps. We covered that in episode 1.
Yeah, like wristbands, towels, the head cap that I wear. Sometimes I'll throw that. Um, yeah, because a lot of times I don't. When I'm leaving the game, I don't feel like collecting all the things from 12 feet in the air and then signing it and then tossing it back. So I'll just strip myself of any little accessory I have and just throw it and let everybody fight for it.
What are the rules on that? Could you take your jersey off or does the NFL own your clothing? Or do
Yeah,
you own it? Could you take your jersey off and throw it up?
if you even wanted to take a jersey after the game and keep it for yourself, it's you gotta pay the team.
So basically, everything you're wearing out there except your shoes is still theirs.
Basically, no. The only thing that's theirs are the pants and the jersey, and the helmet and the helmet and shoulder pads.
Yeah, if you started throwing, how much is what is the if you give your how much is a helmet if you give it away to someone? How much would that set you back? Like
A
$1,000
helmet?
bucks?
No, a helmet. I don't think you're allowed to do a helmet, but the jerseys, because a lot of people like to keep jerseys or they'll swap jerseys with somebody from the opposite team if they know them. And I think it's either 350 or 500, like one of the two. Like
Listen, first Super Bowl at the end, just give the helmet away. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I know. What was that? Something happened with Tom Brady. They jacked his jersey after the Super Bowl. The one where they came back from 28-3, I think.
Someone stole it out of his locker room?
Somebody jacked it. Yeah, somebody jacked it. What a come up.
Yeah. Well, plus, how do you get rid of that then? I have the Mona Lisa for sale that I took from the Louvre.
Yeah, they were like on America's Most Wanted. Like they couldn't post that anywhere.
Right.
Under the table stuff.
I saw you wearing the skull caps, and I got a bunch.
Nice.
I don't have the NFL brand. I just got the cheapest brand on Amazon. But the kids now it's become part of the kids' accoutrement. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for fellas with long hair that want it out of their face.
I just thought it made like that. I just think it makes them look a little more gangster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My dad said when I was first doing like the podium interview stuff, he was like talking to me. And he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, don't ever wear a baseball cap again. Only wear toboggan. You go from looking like a chump to straight up gangster." I was like, all right, I'll never wear a baseball hat again.
Let me give you some feedback. Never take clothing advice from a father.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so awesome when the lady said to you, someone said to you, talked about your hat being on crooked. After
Richard Sherman.
Is that the guy's name?
Yeah, on the far right.
Yeah, that was one of them.
So it was after the game with who was that? The Panthers?
Yeah.
So afterwards it was on Amazon Prime. It was on Prime. I don't know what they call it. I never even watched TV on Prime before. So you're sitting around like trying not to buy shit and waiting for Tyson to come out. So you come out. They keep saying you're going to come out to the table. So finally you come out to the table and they start talking to you and they start acting weird around you, like in a good way weird, like giddy, like you brought a piñata out. Yeah, it was crazy. They were swooning, dude. What's swooning mean? Swooning. Let me see. They were like, man, they were excited to see you. Or maybe I was swooning and projecting it onto them. Swooning.
Faint from extreme emotion.
Yes. So you come out there and you have your hat on crooked and the guy's like, look at you with your swagger. And you're like, nope, haven't been clothes shopping in 3 years.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Well, they said something about my hat, and I had the hat on for about 30 minutes up until that point. So I forgot how the hat was even sitting on my head.
It looked like, honestly, like it was put on, like sometimes like you'll just be somewhere and someone will just put a hat on you.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. It looked like you were on your way somewhere and like whoever's in charge of like making sure you're wearing the right shit just put it on you. That's what I just kind of assumed in my head.
Yeah, both my grandmothers probably hate that.
The hat backwards in the cockeye.
They probably can't stand that. That's funny.
Because
they didn't say anything. I went home this past week and they didn't say anything to me about it. So I think we're good.
Oh, do you get that much critique? That kind of minutia? Now,
no.
I noticed when you were at the desk, your back was a little rounded. Push your chest out. You have a beautiful chest, young man.
Not like that. Not that bad. Really, nothing that could affect. They don't say anything that could affect or make me like change the way that my hat sits on my head. But I just feel like they're classy ladies from back in the day. They probably just want me to be have it on the normal way, but they didn't say anything.
If you're walking with your grandmother on the street or like any girl, do you have a spot for her?
What do you mean, do I have a spot?
Like my mom taught me the girl can't walk on the street side.
Yeah, I started to become conscious of that whenever I got my first dog. And I would always make sure that I was in between the dog and the road.
Right.
So, yeah, I have been conscious of that ever since then. Yeah.
Yeah, the girl can't walk on the street. And then one time I was in Oakland, and this is, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I was walking with Haley in Oakland, and she was on the street side, which I hate to admit. And this lady walks up to me, this black lady walks up to me, old, you know what I mean? Like, so old, she's not black anymore. She's like white. And she tells me, hey, you walk your girl like that, people think she's a hooker.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. She was old school, right? And that street did have a lot of like hookers on it in the past. Not so much anymore. It was San Pablo Avenue. I quickly, that like reminded me. I thought I was good about it, and then she called me on it, which I appreciate.
Hilarious. Yeah, I feel like that's something that I do, but I would never notice. Like if my buddy was walking with his girl and I was with him, and the girl was closer to the street,
you wouldn't offer him a dime for her.
I don't know that it would bother me, or I would notice enough to be like, hey man, what's wrong with you, man? Walk on the other side.
The thing is, I don't really judge people for that shit, but I still like the protocol or the formality. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, look, Caleb's walking with this chick and she's on the street. He's trying to sell her. But I like when I go places with my mom, holding the door open for my mom.
Yeah.
Like when we're getting in the car, go over there, make sure, I guess even more and more in this day and age, make sure she's in the car. It just seems like the right thing to do.
Makes you feel like a good man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like, I'm not judging someone who doesn't do it. I mean, I judge people for enough shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Your job, so like, I'll get off the podcast here and like no one's critiquing my shit. Your job is like crazy critiqued.
Yeah.
Like, even before you're done with it,
like all it is. It's like 95% of it.
It's just feedback from the masses.
Yeah, from all the way from up top to all the way down to the bottom, where people are coming to my grandma's house saying that giving advice for her to give me so that I can give to my coach. I was like, Grandma, Mimi, you should have told him. You should have. I don't even know what you tell somebody like that. Don't ever come near this house again.
And it's like stuff they learned in Pop Warner. It's like some 80-year-old dude, something he learned when he was in the 5th grade that now he remembers, but he wants to make sure, like, he saw you step back with the right foot, but he was told in the 5th grade to step back with the left foot.
Yeah, it'd be like that's like my 8-year-old sister telling you how to program a CrossFit workout.
She probably could.
You know what I mean? Like, just like,
you gotta hit that slant right away.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It's so unreal. So unreal. He was like, I saw the banner and I was just wondering what because my grandma's got some banner with my name on the outside of her house. So he was like, I saw the banner. I was just wondering what the correlation was between you two. And then she obviously said that she was my grandma. And then that's when he was like, hey, well, you need tell him to tell the coach that when he was doing this, and it was like the worst advice. It was like just some child's play shit, like something that you would never ever repeat to anybody, let alone these NFL coaches. Like, it's so yeah. But the critique part is like, that's like 95% of it.
Dude, it's nuts. Your job, if you go to Google right now and type in Tyson Bagent, you can't stop scrolling with talking heads videos, just all for people critiquing your job.
Yeah.
Like breaking it down with like fancy pencils and videos. But then here's what's crazy. You have to do that too. So 99% of the workforce right now, like if you work at Apple, right, and you're middle management and you come out of the building and like, you loosen up your belt that's way too tight and you're headed over to some sort of protest that you do in your free time, and no one's critiquing your job. You're not getting any. You get feedback 4 times a year, and they're like, "Hey, I really like the way you dress and how you smile at people." Like, no one's critiquing your shit. Yeah. And you are being critiqued. Like, there's 100 people from your last game where talking. It's not even gentle shit. It's like, does he get to keep his job?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like, Did he have his shirt on right? It's like literally, and everyone. Well, there's a handful of dudes on every team who are getting that.
Yeah.
Like every single coach, it's like there's like you could find 5 videos about does he get to keep his job next week. I'm like, my God, this is what a crazy position to be in, that the whole world's every week to week critiquing whether you get to keep your job or not. I tell you, everyone does say you get to keep your job though. So far,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Even people who don't like you are like, hey, he gets to keep his job.
Nice. Yeah. Good deal. Yeah. I don't. It's it's almost to such an extreme level that, like, I don't know. Sometimes I do, like, because everything I read is hilarious. If someone tells me that I'm the greatest quarterback they've ever seen in their whole life, I laugh. Right. I laugh. And then if someone, when they're like, this dude's a piece of shit, I can't stand watch him another time, I laugh again.
Right.
But the ones that say piece of shit, I'm always conscious of what they look like as a person, because I always want to I want to say something, like, but not in like I'm mad, I want to say something, but just in like a, like,
You
I just
fat
want to
Cheeto
say
finger
something.
eating.
Exactly. I just want to say, dude, you fucking piece of work.
Mom's basement living ass.
Yeah, you got some.
And you know it's true.
Like,
you know it's
yeah,
true.
and
They
I've
are
always,
in their mom's basement. You know,
and
it's
then a
true.
lot of times I want to get sarcastic too, because there was one time before the draft happened. This dude said something about the Senior Bowl, and I don't know. It was like I see about 1 out of every 150 things that people say. Like, I'll just like, it'll just stumble
No, that's
upon
not
me.
true. You see 1 out of every 10,000 things people
Yeah,
say.
maybe. So
100,000.
but this was before the draft. This was Shepard, so it might be 1 in
okay,
150.
fair.
You know what I'm saying? 1 in 100 probably.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I see it, and this dude was talking about the Senior Bowl, and he was like, Bagent was clearly outmatched at the Senior Bowl, and it was obvious, and you could just tell that he wasn't used to that level of play, right? And this is after I fucking went out in the Senior Bowl and, like, threw more completions than anybody ever in the history of the Senior Bowl. Like, was moving the ball. Everything was. It was an easy day to say the least. And so they said that, and then they said that I was doing nothing but throwing checkdowns. And really, out of my 17 passes that I threw, only 2 of them were checkdowns, right?
What's a check down? I don't know what
Check
that
down
is.
is when you're like, oh, nobody's open, and then you throw it to the running back that's like right in front of you.
Okay.
All right. So I was like, I hit him with those facts. I was like, I got time. So I was like, how was I outclassed? ? Oh, and by the way, I only threw 2 checkdowns the whole time. Like, did you even watch? So then they come back with, oh man, I didn't realize that it wasn't that many checkdowns, and then they just realized that I got them a little bit, and they were like, but you shouldn't be focused on what other people are saying.
Oh shit.
So, but there hadn't been anything that I said that made it seem that I was upset. Right? So I hit him with, no, not upset at all. Just want to make sure I can get better so I don't look outclassed going forward.
Awesome.
Right? Hit him with that. But really, I was being an asshole, but I didn't let him in on that. And then it was funny. Me and that person, like, kind of became like Twitter buddies for the rest of the time that I was on Twitter, and we would, like, every 3 months just randomly, yo, how you doing?
Hey, you know what's crazy too? He's gonna be telling that story. That he's gonna be telling people he's friends with you for the next, like, in 50 years when he's dying on his deathbed. But I was friends with Tyson Bagent. He's gonna. Hey, when you first kind of, I started talking about you on the show, and I would be like, yeah, my buddy's son's gonna go to the NFL, dude. It was like 400 people in here being like, you're a fucking idiot. You don't know anything about football. It was awesome.
They just keep moving the goalposts now too. They're like, now he's not going to be a starter. Now he's not going to do this.
Oh, it's always
it's the same people.
They find something new.
He's not dating Taylor Swift.
Every single time. I know. Yeah, and then it's like you jump over like 99 hurdles, and then all the hurdles that they said you couldn't jump over, and then all of a sudden, then you win an NFL game, and they're like, Oh, well, it was the Raiders.
Right.
Oh, well, it was the Las Vegas Raiders. It was
Right,
only
right.
the Las Vegas Raiders.
Right.
I'm just like, shut
Dude,
up.
I was playing Colorado School of Mines. I just beat the Raiders.
Yeah,
Hey,
playing the School of Mines was way harder than playing the Raiders. I got the shit beat out of me versus the Mines. Barely got touched versus the Raiders. Shut up.
They do have some fun stuff that they say and that the commentators say about you. Like for the most part, they all got your back. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
the guys who've played.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many of them played, but they really have your back, and they love bringing that stat up, like who you were playing versus who you are playing. And I saw yesterday. It's funny because I've been watching more and more stuff about how you play, critique of how you play, and I kind of like I'm torn because I kind of don't want to talk to you about that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, there was an old quarterback. He wrote a book about like I guess his attempts of suicide or something recently. I think he's an old Chicago Bears quarterback. Maybe his last name is Kramer or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
I think he got let go as a rookie and then made it back to the NFL. It's some wild story. But he was just saying that he was singing your praises this past week, that like how incredible you are. And then they did put up some crazy stat, dude. They did put up a crazy stat of all these first pick quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And like and it was like from 2021 to the present, and they put up like 8 of them. And all of them were like 1-6, 1-8, 0-7, and the dudes were like, yeah, dude, coming into the NFL as a quarterback and playing your rookie year is just absolutely nuts. No one pushed back on it. No, it wasn't Kurt Warner. I saw Kurt Warner.
Eric
Maybe
Kramer.
it was Jim Kramer.
Eric
Maybe
Kramer.
It was Eric Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
But it is interesting. It is. Do you feel the love from the I guess it could go both ways. Sometimes I wonder, as like on the cover, the NFL looks like they're giving you a lot of love, the NFL community. And by the community, I mean the inner ring, the commentators, the players. But on the other hand, you would think that maybe like in the movie business or in the film business, everyone kind of like says, oh, congratulations, but really they hate you and they're jealous.
Yeah. No,
You know what I mean?
I don't sense any of like hatred or jealousy or anything like that. I think that a lot of people, especially the people that know about anything about like football and NFL football, especially, they realize how like just how ridiculous the plate is for a quarterback. Like everything that's on your plate as a quarterback, like just with what you have to be able to do like throughout the game. Because even like, you know, you see a quarterback hand the ball off, the things that had to go into even getting to that point are so ridiculous. So I think a lot of people understand that. So then when a rookie quarterback is able to kind of balance it, it's surprising to a lot of people. And really just any quarterback in general, but just, I guess, being a rookie, you know, you're new and you're still able to, you know, wrap your mind around the million things that are on your plate. So I think they have there's a respect that goes into, I think, people being able to do that, whether you're throwing for 1,000,000 yards or no yards at all. I think people just understand how hard it is to play quarterback. And then you get the people who maybe don't understand it at all, and that's where you can get the, well, you know, why would this dude not throw for 500 yards every game? Like it just, you know, you see so-and-so did it once or so-and-so did it. And but overall, I think just people have a respect for how hard it is to be a quarterback, because you can't even show off your stuff physically until you show everybody or your people that are, you know, your bosses, that you're just like a mad scientist on the mental aspect of it all, because it's so much. And then after doing all that, then you can kind of begin to show them kind of the athletic side and the making play side. So I think when you marry the two, there's just overall kind of respect for being able to get to that point at all.
Is it kind of what's this?
This is just like a play call. Like this is just a series of play calls, and it's just insane to listen to. Like all the words that you have to say and remember.
Okay, let's listen.
F-35 Wichita Macho Toe. I'm wondering. Dice right, F fly, Whiskey Brady. Dice right numbers, 3 jet Spielberg. On 1, right? Tray right closer, karate, can, 12 duo, alert booty. On 1, right? Grizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo. Right?
You do that, Tyson?
Dude, not only do I do that, those first 5 were like child's play. Like it gets pretty freaking nasty in the headset. It gets
now why is that? So that no one can like steal the plays?
I mean, no, it's just kind of what they end up getting called. Like it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm like, it was so like initially I'm like, dude, why
You
can't
ever
we
be like,
just
hey, we're gonna call this one 6?
That's what I mean. Like you should just like 1 to 100. Everybody freaking study up, look at that shit, and let's just go 1 to 100, and you just know what it is. But nah, it gets, and especially in the New Orleans game, like that's the hardest place to play at in the world, right? Just because of the sound, and it's indoor, and the fans are crazy and drunk and just screaming the whole time.
How many of those plays are there?
There's like 3. Kansas City, Seattle, and New Orleans are pretty loud.
I mean, how many of those Whiskey Bravo, Tango, Grizzle, Oosey Doocy, 74,
yeah, I mean, it's like,
alert booty.
So the Saints game, I'm doing a lot of running, right? And I'm screaming the play every time, like screaming the play. And these dudes are right in front of my face, and I'm screaming so that they can hear me. So that was the first time I ever got tired in a game my whole entire life. Like I had never been tired one time, even a little bit in any football game ever. But it was just like nonstop of running, doing the play, and screaming, then running the play, screaming, running the play. So I've been running the ball a lot. This play I hurt my left quad a little bit, and I ran. So
is that from getting tackled?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit tired. So I'm going to the huddle, like it was like a bone bruise on my quad.
No shit. Okay, we'll come back to that. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going back to the huddle, but my adrenaline's going, so I feel it, but I'm like, all right, like it's not, it's just hurt. Like I didn't injure anything. So I'm going back to the huddle. I'm breathing heavy. And he gets in my helmet and says, all right, hey, buddy, here's what we got. We got Ben left tight, F home, fake taxi, Larry strain, Y show, can, 19 taxi, sipped on 1. And then so I get in the huddle. I'm like, hey, here's what we got. And then it was another run. I end up running again. And it's like, there's one clip. It was like and this was the play. I like faked the toss, booted out, and I end up running for about like 15 yards, and they get close to my face like after the run, and I was just over it.
The bad guys got close to your face, the other team?
No. The camera got like in my face. You could see my face, and I slid and got up, and I was just like, tossed the ball to the ref. Just like, bro, I'm so tired right now. This is insane. But
hey, could you yell something like could you yell something like to distract the other team? Like, is there stuff you can't yell out there? Like, could you be like, ready, I fucked your mom, and then call the play, and the whole line's like, what did he just say?
Yeah,
and then you kind of got them like off, and like you get the snap, and they're off a beat.
Yeah, I don't know how soft everything is nowadays. That might be a flag.
That might be
a flag. You know what's funny?
Number 64, I fucked your mom, and they're like, what?
Throw the flag. They just throw the flag. But so like the defensive line, there's been people that will be like, "Tut," and try to get the center to like move the ball whenever it was, so that's a penalty. You're not allowed to do that. So there are some there's some things you can't say.
But they still do it out there. Like people still
they try to, but if you get like, I think it's like a big deal if you get caught doing that, because that's like, it's just like it's just against the rules. Like you're not allowed to do it or whatever. I don't know exactly what the penalty is, but I know that there was a team that we had to tell the refs like, hey, they do this, even in college, they were like, we played a team and it was like, they would try to get the offense to jump off sides by like right before they snap the ball, just saying "Shut," and get somebody to flinch and then penalty.
Do they like after like someone gets tackled and then the video shows like a guy standing over him and his head's like moving, so you assume he's saying stuff. Like, how aggressive can they get with that? Can they be? Is it like, man, you run like my sister? Is it just simple stuff like this, or is it
I
more?
think they can say whatever they want, but it's like how like egregious and aggressive they make it that'll cause the penalty. Like if they like squat over you with their head down to your face and they're like barking at you, that'll probably be a taunting penalty. But if they're just like kind of saying it as they're walking away,
Damn, that was like tackling Bambi.
yeah, something like that. Like when I got tackled last
Don't,
game.
Caleb. That was good, Caleb. That was good. Don't.
Really good.
I
Really good.
belong in the NFL. I'll write up a bunch of stuff and send it to your grandmother, Tyson, like shit talking if you want.
Yeah.
One-liners.
Like they tackled me last game and they were just like, this ain't college. This ain't college. but a lot of times I can't even, I can't say anything back, or I don't because I can't hear them, because immediately after play, I'm getting the information in my helmet. So it's like if I was talking to you from 3 feet away and they were talking to me in my helmet, I'd have to tell you to stop talking, to wait.
Yeah.
Because I can't hear you anyway.
So as soon as you're down, somebody's talking to you in your head.
Yeah, like on that one, they're saying that, but coach is like, call timeout, call timeout, call timeout. So I'm like, nah, I can't even really hear what they're saying. So I'm like,
you're not like, you asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. And the shit hurt too. So I was like, I wasn't in any position to say anything.
The shot that you took in the leg, what causes the bruise? The helmet or the impact on the ground?
No, I think it was his cleat was on the ground where I landed, and so it just landed on top. It didn't look bad on tape, but it was just like I just felt kind of weird on my quad. And I don't know about you, like my quads are like sensitive. Like if I got my quads like massaged, like a sports massage where they were really trying to like get everything out or whatever, like that would, like the quads are really the worst part for me. And I don't know if that's consistent with a lot of athletes, but so it was just like I hit my quad in like an awkward spot, and it really just kind of like pissed off the whole entire muscle, so it just worked its way up almost like my hip flexor by the morning.
When you wake up on Friday morning, what does your body feel like? What do you feel like?
Almost kind of like as long as I don't hurt anything specific, like just like one part of my body, it's usually just kind of like my neck is usually pretty sore, which is just because, I just have the helmet on and I'm moving with the helmet. And just kind of like a 3.5, 4 out of 10 soreness all over. And but you're
getting stronger from it. Like every game, do you think you get stronger? Like you got
not like weight stronger, but I think you just build that like a little bit more of like a callus of like you're getting more used to getting hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the hits that make you sore. It's not like just all that like.
I think it's a little bit. It's probably because I think my lower body's probably sore from like changing directions so many times, from like straight line sprinting, shuffling and planting, all those things. And then your body, like my shoulders are usually my like rotator cuff is maybe a little bit sore after games, just probably because I'm throwing unconsciously probably a little bit harder than normal. And then like I don't know, when I woke up after the New Orleans game, I couldn't really walk well, and I knew it was like we were going into a short week of like we played on Sunday and then we played on Thursday. And I mean, I knew that these quad contusion things will take a little bit to heal, and I thought this one was a little bit worse. So I called my dad. I was like, "Yo, man, I know you about to come to this game. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be ready to play by Thursday." But I mean, the NFL's got these crazy treatment devices. Like, by the next day, I woke up and I was like, "Holy shit, my quad feels great." Like, this is.
It did, huh? In one day.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't perfect in one day, but it was like I could walk. I woke up and walked normally the whole day.
How old are you again, Tyson?
23.
Yeah, and your body's just producing so much good shit right now, dude.
Yeah.
It's producing so much good shit. Do you feel yourself still growing? I don't mean as a football player, but I just mean like as a man, like do you still feel yourself like, whoa, shit's still changing? Like I'm still like going through like the tail end of puberty at 23? Or
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that like that I don't have to work out really hard in order to stay pretty like lean.
Yeah.
I noticed that wasn't like always a thing when I was younger, but I noticed that now, if like, because right now, I mean, at this point in the season, it's nowhere near what I'm doing in the off season, but I still look pretty similar, like, and look on like photos, and my arms still look jacked, but I haven't really been doing anything with my arms other than just throwing, basically. So I've noticed that, but that's about it. But I also know that I could get like super big. Like I could if I really like, if I after the season I wanted to get like super swolled up, like I know that like it wouldn't take very long to do that, I don't think.
Like, what's big? Do you think you could get to 230? You're 220? You're 205? What are you?
I'm like 215.
Could you think you could get to 225? You could put on 10 pounds?
Yeah. I could do that like probably like easier than I could get to 205.
Wow. Okay. So
you gain 10 probably easier than I could lose 10.
So you keep this size because you think you perform the best at it in terms of your ability, your speed, agility, health.
Yeah. I like being like 215 to 220
for playing football.
Yeah. If I wasn't playing football, I'd probably be like 208.
Oh, you go down even a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could be even faster and more gymnastic. Do more gymnastics.
Yeah, kind of more gymnastic like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be like I don't want to be like a bulky. Like, no, I want to be like ripped and swole, but like a more finesse style of that, not like a like I could beat you in a wrestling match, but I could beat you in like a.
Right. I like. I mean, these are the extremes, but I like more Bruce Lee than
Yeah, like I want to be able to run you down.
Yeah.
If you take my kid,
yeah.
not have to like corner you and be like out body you. Like I want to be able to like track you down and that type of like more like a cheetah, not like a big lion.
What kind of things are said in the dog pile tackles? Before you answer that play, I'm going to say some real dumb shit here. Bear with me. There's the play that's called the quarterback sneak, right? But it's not really a quarterback sneak. It's just all you guys line up as close as you can, and like then the guy snaps the ball to you, and you just push forward.
Yeah.
And dudes are like jumping on top and shit.
Mm-hmm.
God, that seems like a dangerous spot. And that's you, the quarterback, does that, or do you give the ball to someone to push us into that smush?
Most of the time, the quarterback does that.
Okay, so when you, I guess Carolyn's asking, when you do that kind of stuff, is there shit being said in there?
Mostly, it's just get off me. somebody's probably in a compromised spot.
Yeah.
And it's maybe it's the quarterback, maybe it's an offense or defensive lineman, but they just like, yo, hurry. And a lot of times they don't want to get up. After the whistle blows, they'll keep pushing just so one side could get a better spot than the other.
Right. And to kind of remind you that like next time you should be a little hesitant before you try coming in here.
Yeah.
Mr. Quarterback. Like, hey.
Yeah, exactly. But the new rule, you're allowed to, now the guys behind the quarterback can push the quarterback.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Push the shit out of the quarterback. So it's like, I mean, if it's even at all, like the offense should usually just win because they can just get that push.
Man. And you have a play, every team has a play like that where they just get behind and push the quarterback?
Especially now since they're allowing that push, it's pretty hard to stop that.
That must be a weird one to do in practice too.
Yeah, you don't ever do that full speed in practice. It's just kind of, you just do it in the games.
Heidi Kroom, he's probably 1 month away from growing a mustache. How long has it been since you've shaved? Is that like 6 months or?
Nah, this is like a week and a half.
Oh, okay. In your shit grows in all like.
Yeah, it's nothing. I don't
like Josh Bridges. You don't even have like my shit just grows in like a wolf.
Yeah, Josh Bridges is probably like
his shit grows in all spotted.
He's got way more than me.
Okay.
Like I don't even think I could do that yet.
Jen, My continued thanks is Tyson and Sevan fan. Oh, awesome. Thank you. After the game that I went to in the Chargers game,
Mm-hmm.
The players come out from one side of the field every 3 minutes for, I don't know, I'm making this up, but for an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and they walk across the field.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually you came out. And by then the stadium's empty and they're yelling at me and your dad to leave. And your dad's like, no.
Yeah.
What's going on there? How I have a bunch of questions. What's going on there? How come they come out like so sporadically? How come the whole team doesn't come out together? I guess I know why you came out last because you have to do the press conference. But how come they come out in ones and twos and the whole team doesn't come across? And where are they going? They're going to a bus.
You're talking about after or before the game?
After the game.
Yeah.
And everyone's walking so slow. It's like
Yeah.
you didn't even know humans could walk this slow. It takes they go 120 yards probably in 5 minutes. It's the slowest walk.
Yeah, they're just making their way to the buses after the game, and some people like to hurry up, get undressed, get their stuff on, and get to the bus. Some people like to take their time. Other people got interviews to do, so then they come out after the interviews. So that's kind of why it's so sporadic. I had to do a press conferences and everything, so that's why I was last. But everybody's making their way to the buses.
And so there's no, it's just happens to be sporadic like that.
Yeah,
ones and twos.
Just whenever, you have to be there by this time. But as long as you're there by that time, you get there whatever time you want.
And who's that dude that I always see with you now?
That was walking with me
it's after the game. First I saw him at the whatever game I was at, the Chargers game, and then this last week I noticed him again during the Panthers game. After the game, he's with you. He's standing by you. He's got a thick chest.
Yeah, he's a security guy.
And he's your security guy at every game?
I guess it's a quarterback thing. You got to be careful, because I don't know. Yeah, but it is a security guy, just to make sure nobody. I don't know what would happen or what has happened, but I think just everybody's hyper fixated on the quarterback. So I didn't have him until I began starting. So I think it's whoever the starter is that week, they just want to keep him safe.
In case some girl runs out on the field and attacks you.
Yeah, just in case people start maybe throwing shit or somebody tries to.
Do you know him? Are you buddies with him?
He's a cool dude. Yeah, he's great.
Do you have his phone number?
I do not.
Oh, so it's not like that.
Nah, it's not that. I only see him then.
Okay, so if you're in your room on an away game and you want to go downstairs, you don't have to call him and he start.
Nah, it's only getting to and from the bus, and everything during the game.
Have you ever seen him had to put his hand on someone's face?
No,
not yet.
Mm-mm. Which is maybe why I'm wondering why he is there.
Right.
But I get stuff like that probably does maybe happen.
Do you think he has tabs on you all the time, throughout the game?
Yeah, I think he's super conscious, because it's not like he's hey, whenever you do this, meet me here. It's he's waiting there, and then I get there and he just peels off with me.
I started tripping on probably not as much as you were tripping. The game where you had the 4 turnovers, there were 3 interceptions and 1 fumble, right?
Yeah.
And then the next game there were no interceptions, right?
Yeah.
Is there? I have a bunch of questions around this, but is there something you do to make sure? At what cost? What's the cost for throwing no interceptions?
You better chance to win.
I'm not asking the question right. Whatever you had to do to mitigate interceptions, is there a cost to it? I haven't watched football in 30 years, but I used to watch all the Raider games, and they had this quarterback named Jim Plunkett, and it felt like 3 times at halftime and at the end of every game, he would just throw one 60 yards into the end zone. You never knew who was going to catch it. There'd be 10 dudes jump for it, and it was you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, interceptions, you want to, that's the focal point every single game is, hey, if we take care of the ball, we will win the game.
Right.
So it's especially for the quarterback, it's a big deal. So
But are there less?
But
If
it's
you
like
don't take
it is
risks,
like
does that
to
mean
an
there's less
extent, like
chance
only
of
one
getting?
of like there was one of those picks that was like, damn, like probably shouldn't have thrown the ball there. Probably should have, gone somewhere else with it. But the other two are like, they're like 50-50, and it's like you missed by an inch or you're late by a half a millisecond, and it's like the dude makes an NFL play because he's an NFL player. When
Right.
really it could have just as easily been incomplete.
Right.
You know what I mean? It could have just got batted down. So it's kind of like however the game flows. Like, it obviously, as a quarterback, you got to know where to go based on what look you're given. But then, it's like sometimes, like when both dudes are there, it's kind of like it's 50-50. Sometimes the offense makes it a spectacular play. Sometimes the defense makes it a spectacular play. And sometimes it just hits the ground and it's neutral. I think that they made like it. I think it's just like luck of the game, like how the dice rolls.
You didn't take fewer risks in what I'm thinking. I thought like you're like, okay, I'm gonna take 6% fewer risks, and you dialed it back, and you got 0 interceptions.
And that's what it. And that's another thing too. They don't want you to be less risky, but they want you to take care of the ball. Like, it's like
right.
You know what I mean? So it's just kind of
paradox. You're stuck in a weird spot.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not going to say I didn't sit here. I didn't do anything. I wasn't thinking differently this past game than the last game. It's just kind of how the shit happened.
I'm not trying to arouse you, but this person's paying me to read this. So, Tyson, I feel like I'm laying my head in your lap from this angle. Weird. It's weird.
Fantastic.
But, yeah. All right. I hope that person didn't cross the line with you.
Nah, they're fine.
Okay, good. Matt Burns. Boy, dude, I've never. One time I was at the CrossFit Games and there were these guys riding motorcycles and they were doing flips, and I left. I didn't like how it made me feel.
Yeah,
I was like, just like, what if they crash? Like, it was just too tense for me. And I've never watched football and it'd be tense for me.
Yeah.
But now that you're playing, it's like, I think it's like making me old. Like, I don't like anyone getting close. Like, when you're hanging out in the pocket, I start tripping.
Yeah.
Or like when you get when you get tackled. Like,
you don't get tackled very much though. Oh yeah, that was crazy.
When that happened, I was stressed.
Dang, that's a terrible picture.
Look at your. I watched your hand.
Yeah.
Look at you're like.
Yeah, that shit hurt. That did hurt. That's the one I was talking about.
That man's huge.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
He's like 320 and like 6'4".
I saw you rub your left hand after that too, but then you just kind of shook it off. But I saw you rub that hand a little bit. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, something was hurting. I couldn't even tell you what it was though. It was kind of like a full body shock for about 5 seconds.
Hey, when that when you crash on a bike and then you just kind of lay there and you're like, you kind of do like that Iron Man assessment, like you run a diagnostic.
You start wiggling all of your extremities.
Yeah, you do like a full diagnostic. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
I mean,
you don't have time for that.
Like a quicker version. Like, yeah, if something. I mean, yeah. As long as you're like playing hard and you're not like before they hit like, oh shit, I'm about to hurt something. Like as long as you're like moving at full speed and not really thinking about it, like the chances of getting hurt are way less. So I wasn't like when I hurt my quad, I was like before, as I'm running, like, oh shit, this is a weird position. I don't know how I'm gonna fall on this one. Like, I've never been in this position before. Like that one, like I'm falling forward, dude just landed on top of me. It just stung a little, and I was just I think that my breath got knocked out, and so I knew that that's what it was. Like, I knew that I didn't like hurt anything significant.
Your face mask put a hole in the field.
Yeah, seriously, and the grass is filled with sand. Like, I had sand all in my face,
like in your eyes and shit.
Like just in my mouth. It was just like I didn't even know there was sand in there until that tackle. Like, I didn't know.
It's not like the black rubber turf or anything.
Nah, it's a grass field, but the sandy stuff that they put in helps the grass like grow like really fast, and stay fresh or whatever. So I got it. Yeah.
Did that guy say anything to you?
Yeah, that's the one where he was like, "This ain't college." And I'm just like,
way, Dad. It doesn't seem like you get sacked very often. I'm trying to. I can remember maybe that one other one in the 4 games I've watched.
Yeah.
God, dude, your mom must hate that.
Yeah, a lot of the women in my family didn't like when I ran in like high school. We haven't really talked about it now, but I can't even imagine what it's like now. I mean, even my dad, because I've gotten far more athletic since I've gotten to the NFL.
You were the leading rusher in some game, weren't you? Like,
so the idea that they have of me as like a athlete is different than the idea that like my high school coaches or college coaches like. So once I started showing that off a little bit, there started being some like QB design runs, which was new. And I would tell my dad, and he would just be like, no, you go tell him that. You go tell him you're good. You go tell him you're good.
Hey, what stat am I looking at here?
I thought this was rushing yards, but I think it's actually his passing yards.
Oh, when explain to me football. So I never even thought of this shit. But so they make an offense that's supposed to be tailored to the quarterback's skill set. Like,
yeah,
so
a little bit. Yeah, a little. I mean, it's tailored to like your offense. So it's like if your offense is bad at something, you probably stay away from that. If they're good at something, you'll highlight that in the game plan. And a lot of that has to do with the quarterback, just because he has the ball every play. So you got a fast quarterback that can't throw, you're gonna run him a lot. You got a quarterback that's slow, that's got a great arm, you're going to run the ball, but not with him. And you'll probably be pretty comfortable throwing the ball too.
And I heard someone ask you, what kind of quarterback are you? And you were like, I'm not any kind of quarterback. I'm a quarterback. I do it all.
Yeah, because I never thought about it like that. I just thought about like, how can I make a good play with whatever the play is that they gave me? So I don't think of, that's about the extent of it. And then I just react after that.
Are there ever away games where you stay the night there?
After the game or before?
After the game.
No, we get in a flight immediately after.
What if it was in Europe? Same.
Yeah.
Game's over.
Now I've heard a mix. I've heard there's some people that stayed the night, and then there's some that have got on a 12-hour flight immediately after the game.
And is it just you dudes on the plane? You and the team?
Yeah, it's just, but it's like the full team. So it's like all the staff members, all the treatment people, the coaches, players, management, everything gets on the plane.
Are there any empty seats?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Who sits up in the good seats?
All the super important people, coaches, GMs, owners,
quarterbacks.
The highest paid guys.
Oh, right.
No, I've been in the commercial section.
You're over by the bathroom?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, how about that dude? There's a dude on your team that your team just got.
Montez Sweat.
Oh my God, dude. He pushed this dude, Bryce Young, so hard. He went like 50 yards and into the tunnel, dude.
Yeah.
Pushed him like this.
Yeah. Yeah, he's huge. Yeah, he's like a freak of nature, like kind of like odd to look at. You're like, holy shit. Wow.
Yeah. And he moves all good and shit.
Yeah, super fluent. Yeah, just a beast. So big, but just proportional and ripped and nice guy.
He wasn't even like hitting Bryce Young. He was like shoving him, but when he shoved him, it looked like it was like moving Bryce Young's organs around inside his body.
Yeah.
It was fucked up, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, he got to him a lot in the game.
Are there a lot of dudes like that in the NFL? Like, does every team have a dude like that?
Yeah, and if they don't, they try to. They want to. They're like actively trying to steal one from the other team or draft one the next year.
Right. So okay, so he's on the extreme end for a defensive player, even him. Like he's not normal.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, there's not a bunch of Montez Sweats around. Now there are some, But yeah, he got paid like it too. Wow.
Yeah. So does that dude Bryce Young know it all? Every time he snaps the ball, does he know where that guy is?
He's probably not. It's probably not the first thing that he's thinking about, but yeah, no, he's probably not even thinking about it a lot. Honestly, you can't even think about that. You got to just look down the field and try to throw the ball. You can't even be worried. That was the thing I was like talking about in the sauna yesterday, like, because there's a lot of names that float around and everything of like who this person is or who that person is. But that would just, I never even, like, I'm never even conscious about it until maybe like after the game, and maybe they'll send me a picture and it'll be me and this other person in the picture, and I'll be like, damn, that's so and so. Like that's
the one Caleb was nice enough to pull up of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a picture like that. But it's like I'm thinking about the play only. Like anything else is like there's just more things to think about. And I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. You got to run the play anyway, so it doesn't really matter where everybody's at. And everybody's in the NFL too, so it's like, we're all doing it. Not just them.
Matt Burns, Tyson, it's been fun watching and rooting for you. On one of the interceptions, what did you see? Can you walk us through the whole play?
On one of the interceptions, just anyone?
Yeah, just on any one. Like, what about the one where you hit the guy and then it bounces off of him and then some other guy on the other like you hit your guy in the chest and then the other guy catches it? Is that like, yes? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. That's always tough. Yeah, that one, what did I see? Yeah, that one I just read the play, threw it to my guy, and he kind of was getting hit as the ball was getting there. But yeah, that's like right there. Like that ball could have easily, he got hit and the ball just hits the ground. And then it's not, oh, he threw 2 interceptions, he stinks. Like it just turns into a forgotten play. It's just a forgotten play. Nobody remembers.
Right.
So that's just like, just taking it all with a grain of salt and just.
Your coaches know though, right?
Yeah, which is why it really doesn't matter. Like if you're really playing bad, like that's one thing, you know what I mean? But if you're just operating the game and some things don't fall your way, like I feel like that's a whole other aspect.
There's a play I'm gonna show you. Are you on your phone? You didn't get your iPad, did you?
Nah, every time I haven't been here whenever they came to deliver it.
Okay. I wonder if they're going to send it back to Apple. I'll just resend it again.
Okay.
Should I send it to your dad's house?
You could send it to the facility. I'll give you that address.
Okay.
Address.
Okay. I'm going to show you this play. I think there's 2 plays I want to show you. If you can, I guess you won't see them. The people at home will see them. One of them is, oh yeah, this one. This dude comes in and no one touches him. How often does this happen? See this dude right here? I don't know if you can see. There's a dude right here in your face. I'm gonna see if I can just rewind this just a little bit. And they play this play twice, I think. Let's see. Here we go.
Good stuff right there, man. On this play right here, Panthers send some pressure. Tyson reads that early, makes a good throw. When the Bears pick up the first down, look at this.
And then they're gonna show it again here in slow motion.
Again, real quick. So as you're going to see, Panthers are going to blitz this DB right here. Now, Tyson stays pretty calm and collected, as you're going to see. Take a look. They run the RPO. He's got the DB coming right at him.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Yeah. No, that was a run play. That was a run play. And the receiver that catches the ball is only going to run that bubble if they brought pressure. So if they don't bring pressure, he's just going to block that guy. But if he does, then he's going to run the bubble. And then we can't block that guy in the run scheme. So then I'm going to just pitch it out to him and let him get the first down.
So that literally was that guy who's running in front of you was supposed to get the ball, but you decide not to give it to him and pass it instead?
Yeah.
Is any part of you tempted to still hand it off to that guy and then block that guy yourself?
No, because my only coaching point on this play is if they bring – because that guy that blitzed is called the nickel. If they bring nickel pressure, throw the bubble. That's like the only thing I'm thinking about on this play.
And you know that even before you take the snap, when you see him come up, like a split second.
Yeah, because you see the guy behind him, the safety behind him is like creeping up. So
this dude?
Yeah, anytime they're stacked on each other, you kind of figure that one guy's going to blitz and he's going to replace, or else they wouldn't be stacked on each other.
God, that's crazy. And then I can't believe that guy didn't get his hand up and block that ball. I don't know how you threw that over him like that.
Yeah, just weird. Try to work weird arm angles.
So that went the way it was supposed to go.
It did.
How often do guys come in where there's no one who blocks them like that?
Like 20% of the time, maybe.
No shit. God, that looks like that would ruin my game for me. That wouldn't have fun. Okay, now this is another one. This one's crazy. This one, the guy touches the ball in your hands. Did this freak you out? This is like this play here is crazy. Do you know which one it is? What I'm talking about? As soon as I said the guy touches the ball.
Yeah, and I bobbled it and then ran.
I don't know if you bobbled it, but you sucked it up really quick. That's nuts.
Yeah, that was scary.
So you don't. He's just creeping behind you. Do you see him back there?
No. And he hit it, and then I went and ran.
God.
I was stressed on that one too.
So
that was huge.
There's no. I'm guessing you don't even think you can walk us through that one. You have your hand back, and then someone touches the ball, and you're like, oh,
yeah, I'm looking, reading the play out, and then that happens, and I'm like, shit, I gotta get out of here. and then it just turns into just reaction. You're not thinking about like any X's and O's or anything after that. You're just like, don't turn the ball over. Go make a positive play.
If you see, I'm assuming there's lots of times when you're like, okay, this could be a 15-yard pass, or I could run 4 yards here, and you have to make a decision.
Just a reaction. Like you'd only run the ball if you reacted from the guys, not being open, or you not seeing it right, or anything. You're never like, I'm never like, oh, I'm about to run this. Like never. I'm checking out the pass, boom, it's not there. If I don't have anything, throw it away. If I do, then that's when I can run and try to make a play.
Because the runs have been great. Have you been pretty stoked on the running? The runs have been great.
Yeah, it's been exciting. It has been exciting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That sucks that your parents don't like that. I never even thought about the danger of it. I like it when you run.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it too. I like it.
Clydesdale Media, have you kept anything from the first win, the first touchdown, etc.? Oh yeah, have you started collecting any stuff?
Yeah, I got a ball. I got the first touchdown I threw, and then the management people, they like painted over it and made graphics of kind of what it was and everything. And it's on top of my fridge.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll grab it.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
That's sweet.
Deja and Tendu, amazing access with an elite athlete. Thank you, Sevan, and thank you, Tyson. Yeah, sure, no problem. Just my friend's kid. Yeah, just my friend's kid. What are you talking about?
All right, so this is the ball, and then they've got.
Oh wow.
Kind of the stats and what the game result was and all that, and then it's just a ball, and they just painted this one.
That's dope.
Yeah, pretty sweet stuff.
And they charge you $3,000 for that.
Nah, not this one.
Oh. That was nice of them.
Yeah,
do you put that in like a glass case or something, or are you just gonna hold on?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, my dad will probably do that. Probably give it to him. He'd probably do something like that.
How often does somebody? How often does
like a man cave or something put it down in there or something? Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Do you know how often somebody has their first career start and it ends up being a win?
I do not. I mean, I know. Yeah, it's probably not a lot, just because I can't believe how hard it is to win. Like, it's like so important. That's why it's like so important to have a good team, to be on a good team with like, because you're just going against NFL dudes every week. Like, we played the Panthers, and on the outside, it's like, oh, the Panthers are the worst team in the league, and they're struggling this year. But it's like when I cut the tape on, I'm like, damn, these dudes are good.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so hard.
I mean, I guess one way to think of it, they could go to the best college teams in the United States, in the world, and be standouts, completely stand out. Any of those dudes that are on
Yeah.
the worst
yeah.
team.
And they probably were. That's probably
Right.
exactly what it was. Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you something that will never, ever, 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 ever happen again. Not in anyone's lifetime. The sun will fizzle out first. Is the fact that it was the Harlan Trophy winner against the Heisman winner.
I know. You know what's funny?
That is some weird shit.
Before I let you say anything else about that,
Yeah.
everybody was saying, not everybody, there were a handful of people that were like, oh my God, this is the first time that a Heisman Trophy winner and a Harlan Hill Trophy winner have gone together against each other in a game. And it was just like, and in my head, I'm like, yeah, no shit, because Harlan Hill winners don't even go to the NFL.
Right.
So it was like they were talking about.
Let alone if they do, they don't get to play. They're like, they don't get to play if they did.
I know,
right?
and that just reminded me of all the weird stats that people have, where it's like, oh, so and so is the first one to ever be 25 years old, left-handed, and throw for 256 yards on the dot on a Thursday night game. It's like I
don't know, dude. You have to give yourself more credit than that. I don't know. This one's different.
No, I know that my situation is crazy, but I knew that obviously it was the first time that a Heisman guy and a Harlan Hill guy had probably went together, because the Heisman, I mean,
and it's the same year you guys won, dude, and you're both rookies, and it's just dude, like there was a good chance you would have been on the sideline for this game.
Yeah,
and Justin would have been playing. Yeah, the fact that you're even out there I mean, the whole thing is bizarre,
the chances were like 1,000 times higher that I'd be at home right now, let alone be on the field or
doing
even
pull-ups
at the game. Yeah.
Just as many things had to go right for you to win the game for you to actually be in the game.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. It's like winning or losing the game. That's the 1,000th thing on the list. It's like you got to go through the 999 things to even get to the game and be on the field in the game.
I guess the difference is if you say the other way, if you say the first left-handed guy while the sun was setting during the Pisces rising on a Thursday night when, on an election night, blah, blah, none of those things were in control. The thing that's crazy about this is everything was in your control in the sense that you earned being the Harlan Trophy winner, and this fucking guy earned being the Heisman winner.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it's cool. I think it's cool as shit.
It is, yeah. No, I thought it was cool too, just because he was the first pick in the draft. Like, and I'd met him in a couple times.
And you weren't even drafted, right?
No.
Yeah, that'll never happen either.
Yeah.
Dude who wasn't drafted will play against the guy who was the number 1 draft.
Yeah, and
that's not going to happen either, ever.
Yeah.
Until the next guy you play who's the number 1 draft pick. Ken Walters, congrats on start so far. Do you agree with Sevi that? Oh my, Ken, we already went over this. This dude, hey, remember how angry your dad got with me in the car about Doug Flutie? Then this dude fucking schooled me. This dude sent me like 12 years in the NFL, made all this money. This dude just schooled me. So Ken Walters wants to ask, congrats on start so far. Do you agree with Sevi that Doug Flutie was a disaster?
No, I mean, I won't lie. That was before my time. So I was also having to get all the knowledge of Doug Flutie from my dad. But I mean, based on everything he said, I would say that he was not a disaster at all.
No, he wasn't. I was totally wrong.
The thing is the fact that I'd even heard his name before, like, you don't usually hear of a disaster's name 50 years later.
Ken's like, he's rated as the 31st best quarterback of all time. I'm like, God, I'm an asshole. God, I'm just
you're probably you had to be thinking about somebody else, probably, right? Like,
no, I was thinking of that dude because I think that dude won the Heisman and people had such high expectations of him. And I think there was this time when a bunch of dudes who were winning the Heisman were getting sucked up into different leagues, like the CFL and like the USFL, and it was a weird time for football.
Mm-hmm.
When it was over, I liked it that you and Bryce went over and hugged. Like,
Yeah.
was that both of your plans? You think? Like you're like, oh, time to go over
I
and
think usually the quarterbacks say what's up to each other. Not every game. Like there were a couple games where, I'm there, but after about 5 seconds of looking, I'm not about to go searching for this dude on this field. Where I don't really know anybody that much either, because it's not like there's a bunch of D2 dudes walking around that I would know.
Or this is like your 8th team you've been on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'll glance there for a couple seconds, and then he found me, and then I saw him, and he's a nice dude. So, and I met him a couple times before that. So yeah, he was super cool about it.
Where did you meet him? Like at the combine or?
I met him at the Manning Passing Academy and the combine.
And did you guys actually exchange words there, like talk, like, or just mostly
more at the Manning camp, because at the combine we were in different groups, so it was only kind of just brief. But at the Manning camp, we got to exchange we had a handful of conversations.
And what do you guys say to each other? Do you say looking forward to playing again, or congrats on making it to the NFL, or
just congrats?
Not as good as I thought you were. Or?
Yeah, it's not just like a congrats and keep going and proud of each other and just that kind of stuff.
When do you find out if you start next week? What does someone tell you, or like how do you know that stuff, or does Justin call you and be like
they'll say something eventually, but. Yeah, I don't know yet.
Last week, because your practice is different, right? If you're going to start, whether you're not going to start.
Yeah.
So you'll start sensing it if they start when stuff like that's happening.
Yeah.
This one guy said that. Oh, anyway, I'm not even going to go there yet. Why do you guys, all the quarterbacks, lift their leg before they snap the ball?
That's if you're away. That's if you're playing away. That's because you can't. It's too loud to say the cadence.
Yeah.
So you lift your leg, and that's how they know when to snap it. So the home team doesn't do that. The away team will do that.
No shit. So that's not just so when you're at home, you stop doing that. It's not just a habit.
Yeah, you don't do it at home.
Is the center watching that, or is the guard watching you do that?
It depends. Sometimes it's like there's different cadences for the silent. So sometimes it's the center looking between his legs. Sometimes it's the guard looking, and then he'll tap the center.
Wow. And what about? I can't remember if it was on offense or defense. There's a guy on the line who goes like this. You know what I'm talking about?
Like a wide receiver, making sure that they're set. I think.
Oh yeah.
They do. They're just
That's
like right
that.
before the ball snaps. I'll see someone put their hand out, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, they'll put their hand out and just make sure if they put it forward, they're making sure that the ref knows they're on the line of scrimmage. And if they point behind themselves, they're like making sure the ref knows they're not on the line of scrimmage.
Oh, okay. So it's behind some
every single play, you got to have 7 dudes on the line of scrimmage and 4 dudes off.
Oh.
So if it happens that there's too many players on the line of scrimmage and they get a penalty, is that because the wide receiver
illegal formation?
Is that because the wide receiver is not not lined up properly?
Somebody either lined up wrong and didn't even check, or they just messed it up. So yeah, it's usually like a receiver or a tight end fault.
Okay, I didn't know that. So that line where the ball sits on, where it's snapped from, that's the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
In every single play, 7 dudes from both teams have to be on.
The defense can do whatever they want. The offense got to have 7 on and 4 off.
Okay, and then once the ball's snapped, those 7 can run anywhere they want.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
But they have to start there. And when you say line on the line of scrimmage, it could be anywhere in the width of the field.
Yes.
So you could have just like 3 dudes linemen, and then the rest of the dudes could be lined up as wide receivers, but they have to be on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
The other 4. Wow, that's a trip. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Wow. And the defense can have their dudes just scattered all over the place.
Yeah, they could be all 11 off the line of scrimmage, 11 on the line of scrimmage, 1 on the line of scrimmage.
What's this, Caleb? Is this just?
I was just showing the line of scrimmage.
Oh yeah, okay. And so, how about like that dude who's lined up on the top on the end on the line? Is he too far back? See how they're kind of in a V?
It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to like look at the ref and say, "Hey, I'm on the line of scrimmage," and he'll be like, "All right, you're good," or "Hey, scoot back a little bit," or "Hey, scoot up a little bit."
No shit. Wow. God. That's some complicated shit. No more Doug Flutie questions, Ken. How dare you try to make me look bad? This is my own show. All right. Well, I think that's my I think that's the show. Did you end up picking a toothpaste without fluoride?
Oh, I've already been doing that for.
Oh, okay, good.
A while.
Using
Just
a
making sure
toothpaste?
I wasn't just doing it for no reason.
No, are you using a toothpaste or a powder?
Toothpaste. It's Tom's, Uncle Tom's.
Yeah, that's what I use. That's how I use
Yeah.
Tom's.
Yeah.
Tom's, not Uncle Tom's, just Tom's.
Yeah,
Don't
Tom's.
Don't get us canceled.
There we go.
Just Tom's. Hey, dude. Love you to death. I'll keep bugging you about the iPad. So
yeah, I'll send you
appreciate
that. I'll send you that address.
Okay, cool. You the man. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to your family. Tell your mom and dad what's up. Tell Ezra what's up. Tell the sisters what's up. I appreciate you. Hey, thanks for when you came over to the sideline, just locking eyes with Avi and loving on him. That was
awesome. Yeah, you do the same. Tell all the little guys and the wife I said what's up.
I will. They're so excited. They knew this morning I was coming to talk to you. They're pumped. They're like Bears fans now. It's weird.
Go. Bear down.
Yeah.
The Bears.
All right, buddy. Love you. Talk to you soon. We'll be watching Sunday. Who do you play Sunday?
We play the Lions.
Okay. And where? Chicago or Detroit?
At Detroit.
All right. Cool. See, we'll be watching.
Yes, sir. See you, Caleb.
See you, Tyson.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
See ya.
Savor it, Sevy, savor it. Tom's is owned by Colgate. Oh, thank you. I'm going to. My mom and my sister have crazy nice teeth, and I think my sister uses a powder.
What do you just put it in on your toothpaste with water and then?
I think so. Yeah, and you just brush your teeth with it. I'll find out what it is. I'll send Tyson that too. That's how I just sense he's so focused, like iPad schmipad. He doesn't know I sent him a pair of headphones too. Did I tell you guys? Did I tell you that story? What happened?
No, what happened?
Dude. So I have no business buying anyone iPad. So I go on to Apple and I buy him the fully loaded best iPad. And then I throw in a set of those headphones that are like $600. So the bill comes to like at least $3,500.
You talking like the Apple headphones?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm thinking to myself, man, maybe I should ask my wife before I send some fucking 23-year-old kid a month's mortgage. And I pull the trigger on it. And right as I pull the trigger, Gabe calls me from Paper Street Coffee.
Oh.
That's nice.
Nice.
And he goes, hey. And I go, what? And he goes, Paper Street Coffee wants to sponsor that podcast, that iPad. I got him a headset too. He goes, just send over the receipt. I'll send you a check.
No shit.
Yeah.
I think he was drinking Paper Street Coffee this morning too.
He was?
Yeah, he had a frost in his hand.
Oh, damn. I should have asked him.
Product placement.
That's when you know some people are like, you know what I mean? Like they're like a bullet whizzed by their head, or I don't know, like their baby died and came back to life, or they know God's talking to them. Mine is when Gabe pays for the iPad. Like there is a God.
That's your sign?
Yeah.
That was so cool. Even my mom was excited.
Oh, he cracked a can right on the show started. Oh my God. What a stud. Oh, we got to pull that clip.
Let's see if I.
Yeah, you got to pull that clip and send that over to Gabe. Oh shit, maybe I should call Gabe. Oh, I got to test out my phone anyway. Let me call Gabe. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, our thread has exploded. I hate it when our thread explodes. Jesus Christ, someone wrote a book. Oh, Will wrote a book. I thought it would Okay. Oh. Huh. Gabe just texted me and says, "Don't share that story." It's too
Oh.
late. Sorry, buddy. That shit happens. I can't believe he cracked. I remember I saw him crack that. Oh, it's not ringing. Can you guys hear this?
I don't hear it.
Oh man. But I hooked it up so right. Hello?
I'm here for the troubleshooting.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. That sucks. I hardwired it in. I wonder why it's not working.
I mean, I can hear you.
I need Scott Schweitzer to help me maybe. Outputs. Monitor, headphones, multi-track, process. Oh, let's see, go multi-track. No. Shit. But you guys can't hear him?
I can hear him through the microphone, I think.
Gabe, say something?
Mic check.
No.
1 2 1 2.
Shit. Hey, did you watch the show?
Yeah, I was in the background.
Processing, output. I have your volume full blast.
Hello.
Damn. Hey, I guess he cracked a can of Paper Street Coffee on the show.
That's a good dude right there.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Hell yeah. I gotta go back and have to look at that. I was just listening to you guys.
Hey, that's way below your pay grade. Have Paulina do that. Have Paulina do that.
Paulina's too busy doing a bunch of other things. I can't have her doing this.
How about now? No processing. Damn. Output routing. Okay, output routing. Oh, main mix. How's that? Now this setting can cause unwanted echo used incorrectly. You guys still don't hear him? Damn it.
Damn, I was about to whip out the victim card and say how much money I quote unquote lost investing in my business.
He still hasn't gotten the iPad you bought him. Anyway, okay, cool. I just wanted to say thank you. Thanks for doing that. That was you're a good dude. And I saw him crack the can. So we got to pull that clip.
Awesome. Hey, I'm gonna send you the blueprints of the final how the Paper Street Coffee Cafe is gonna look.
Oh, bitchin'. Okay, cool.
Also, don't share that with me.
Okay, I won't.
All right, love you. I'll talk to you.
I love you too, buddy. Bye. Gabe, owner of Paper Street Coffee. Damn. What? I don't know I don't know. That's hardwired in. I tested it. I tested it. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
But once it actually calls, you couldn't hear it.
Right.
That's so weird, right?
Yeah, it is.
You can hear me dialing, but you couldn't hear him talk.
Is it when you put it on speakers that have to be hooked up to? Because when you call somebody, you might have to change the speaker setting, like to
Oh
Bluetooth
yeah,
or.
I tried.
Oh really?
Yeah. It only had speaker and regular. So I switched it to speaker so I could at least hear him. All right. Strike. Damn, I thought I was like so cool. I came in here late last night and was like fiddling with it. I'm like, I got this. So it's not a live call-in show. That's a lie. We couldn't hear you dial the first time. Oh, you couldn't? Okay, let me try calling just Sousa real quick. Let's see. Contacts. Yeah, I'll try Sousa. What's Sousa's number? Do you know anyone's number by heart? Do you know your wife's number by heart?
Yeah, I know my wife, my parents, and that's it.
I know my wife. That's it. So you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. But you don't hear that. It's ringing.
Right.
Yeah. All right. It's fucked up. All
I
right.
can hear that.
Yeah, but just.
Oh, this is not Susan's assistant. How may I help you?
Hi, Matt Souza's assistant. I was just testing out my phone. It doesn't work, even though it's hardwired in.
What do you mean it doesn't work? Like it doesn't accept calls or something?
No, they can hear me. They can hear me dial.
Yeah.
But they can't hear you talk. Now that you're talking, you're coming through the speaker of the phone, and not the
Hey, can you change it like from speakerphone to like whatever?
I
Like,
try.
if you're gonna switch
No,
already?
I tried. Yeah, it's probably. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to like. We're gonna have to. I don't know. New podcast studio. How's that? Anyone?
Hey, just throwing a wild idea out there.
Yeah.
Turning it off, unplugging it, and plugging it back in.
No, I could do that. I'll do that after the show.
Maybe just I mean, I think it's shitty because it probably will do a one-time fix, and then you'll probably have it occur again, right? But I don't know. Maybe it'll reset it and fix it.
All right. Damn. Okay. Here, let me just try one more. Oh, yeah, and it's. Yep. All right. This sucks. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Call back if you don't trust it again.
Okay. Bye. Oh, I'm so fucking annoyed. I'm so fucking annoyed. Let me try one more thing. I turned off the Bluetooth. No, fuck it. Fuck. So annoyed. Try one more time. Damn it. All right. You know what's stupid is the Oh. Wow.
Hear that?
Yeah, hello? Oh, damn. So I can hear it when you call, I just can't hear your voice. Thanks for trying the Lone Ranger.
Is this Gabe from the coffee company?
This is not Gabe from the coffee company. This is Gay from the Sevan Podcast.
Shit, I was hoping to call him and tell him to like sponsor the Sevan Pod, maybe pay for some checks so that they can do live call-in.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was a nice test. So you can hear it ring and you can hear it call out. You just can't hear the people talk.
Yeah.
God, that's stupid.
Maybe you could put the phone on a stand next to your microphone.
God, I am not ghetto. Sevi, have you put up a Christmas tree? No.
You can put up a Christmas tree like the week before.
Yeah, that's usually what I do.
Yeah.
We
have
wait
to.
My wife's Jewish and I'm Armenian. We wait till they're giving the trees away free.
Right. We got to put all that stuff up now.
What?
We got to put up all that stuff now because it's going to start freezing like next week.
Really? You'll put up your stuff before Thanksgiving? Your Christmas stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like outside the house or inside the house?
Outside.
Explain to me call-ins.
Just call in. That seems like a new person.
Sevi just made an IG post of Tyson cracking and drinking a paper street.
Let's see. Shit, yeah, I did.
Hey, you know what I just realized?
What's that?
You know that fucking agent that told Oh, that's on Cave Dastros?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Really like him. I'm not letting you borrow my car. Let's say Tyson was and he's like, "Can I borrow your?" But I still like the protocol or the formality. Like I'm not like, "Oh my god, look." Sorry, what?
I've got a possible way to find a solution.
Okay.
If you guys put in a document all of your text that you're running, and then put it into GPT, there's like a 50% chance it comes up with a viable solution.
Okay.
But
Really?
not so good at figuring out what the conclusions of court cases are.
So you called me to tell me that I should contact ChatGPT to fix my Roadcaster 2 iPhone 15 compatibility issues.
I mean, unless you know somebody that works at like some crazy company like Microsoft or something, but doubt it.
So I should possibly call someone at Microsoft to figure out my Apple computer ChatGPT Roadcaster issues.
Yeah, after you tell them
You're
what
fucking
land you
fired,
stole.
dude. You're fired. You
Oh
suck.
man, shit, that's too bad. All right.
You're the kind of dude who orders a fucking chicken McNuggets at Burger King at the Burger King drive-thru.
Are they good?
Jesus Christ. Tyson Bagent plays on the Chicago Bears. Sevan.
I thought he played for the Lions.
I know. That's why I'm helping you. I know in advance what you don't know.
Right. Good. Good.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Good to have you back on the show. Love you too. Bye. It's been a minute. Jeez. My wife did a live tree once after I was paralyzed, just once.
Yeah, fuck that.
I do live tree.
You do?
You do dead tree? You do plastic tree?
Plastic tree.
Does anyone want to buy my Harley? It's so dope.
How much?
It's nice. It's
I'm gonna ask you. I'll ask you again 2 years later.
That's how we met?
Yeah. I'll keep asking until the prices or until I make enough money that I can buy it from you.
I should just give it to you. What if
Yeah,
what
it'd
if
be
I
sick.
gave it to you and you died?
I
on
wouldn't
it?
die.
God, that would suck. Your wife would fucking hate me.
I'd fly out there and drive cross country to bring it back. That'd be sweet.
Oh my God, it's so nice. You would love it.
That'd be dope.
Oh yeah, that's a nice coffee shop. That's a nice coffee shop.
Is it almost done?
I don't know, but it's got a TV in there to watch the Sevan podcast. It's nice. Paper Street
dope.
Coffee. Headed to Santa Cruz in the morning. Want to join for water plunge and workout. Oh. Where? Okay, see you at 11 a.m. Right. I have a slim. I'm just gonna give it to. When the show is like fully successful, I should just give it to Caleb. It's a slim, but it has a 117 in it. It's a rocket ship,
That would be dope.
and it
I would want one.
has a yeah, it doesn't look anything like that though. It's dope, and it has a Let me see that one. Mine has a little tiny fairing in the front, which is like vital for when you're doing like anything over 60. And yeah, it's got so much cool shit on it. Doesn't have those bags on it. Oh, and it has a titanium pipe. Yeah, 600. It's yours. It has a Royal Racing titanium pipe. It's 2000 cc's. It's something crazy. So that guy, I was thinking that guy that told. There's a lot of people who are told not to come on this podcast. Do you know that? Like a lot.
I think I've noticed that. Yeah, the trend lately.
And the guy who told the agent that's told people not to come on this podcast. Listen to this. I just realized this. You remember the Sporty Beth, the most toxic man in CrossFit, and there was discussion that she was paid to make that, right? You remember that discussion that someone paid her to make that? Well, that guy also represents Zach T-Lander. And I wonder if that guy is going out of his way to tell his people to do hit pieces on me and Greg. Someone said that to me yesterday. And then now he's telling people not to come on the podcast. What's the guy's name? John Seeley? What's the guy's name?
I thought it was James something.
The name of the agency is like S&N1 or something.
Yeah, S1N. I thought they had a website, and I tried to find it, but I don't see it anymore because they had like a list of all of their.
I want to be completely frank with you guys who are listening right now. It doesn't bother me that he's doing that. I'm concerned for his clients more than I am myself. The show's killing it. We're doing great. Life's good. But if you're represented by this guy, you don't want him. Strength in numbers is the name of it. You don't want your agent. You want your agent to kind of be a fake cheese dick that gets along with everyone. You don't want your agent you want your agent to be able to shake hands with Trump and Biden like this and smile. I guess. I don't know. Shit, I'm not an agent. But you sure as fuck don't want him talking shit about the biggest podcast in the space.
Yeah, James Seeley is his name.
Is it James Seeley?
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of him? Can you?
Yeah.
Maybe don't post. Maybe let me see it on the side. I want to see if it's the guy because I had to go on a call with CrossFit Media. I think it was me and Dave and Haynes and I can't remember who. Oh, maybe Heather.
I just put it in the private chat.
And there was a guy who was representing Craig. Oh, and Heber was on the call. Oh yeah, that's the guy. He said some weird shit in that meeting too. All right. Shit. What a trip.
What a cool guy.
Anyway, you don't want your agent talking shit about you don't want your media talking shit about the Sevan podcast and then the Sevan podcast not liking all you guys because you talk shit about it. He talks shit about Hiller too. You definitely don't want to talk shit about Hiller. Do not want to do that. I want to explain the phenomenon that is Andrew Hiller. You never want to stand in front of Andrew. You want to stand next to Andrew or behind Andrew. Never stand in front of Andrew.
Because he's going to run you over?
You just don't want him he just has a brain that just does stuff, and you don't want him doing that stuff to you. Necessarily. Maybe you do. I mean, it can be good. I'm not saying all of the stuff is but if he sees a fucking string dangling from your sweater, he's gonna pull on it and unravel your shit. Like I do to my wife. That's why you don't want to be my wife either. Yeah, you just don't want to. And so if you're telling people not to associate with Andrew Hiller, just don't say anything. Definitely don't say that to someone who's friends with Andrew, because then that person's going to tell Andrew. And then he's going to have it. Now you're in front of him. And he's going to be like, what's that over there? Oh, I see. Ah, yes. You represent Zach and Sporty Beth. That's interesting. That's weird that both of them did hit pieces. And now you're saying that, you know what I mean? Like, be cool, man. Be cool. Sevan, do you think CrossFit is putting Dave in an uncomfortable position where he has to defend them but doesn't really agree with them? I think that Dave is a man of extreme personal responsibility and accountability. And I know what you meant, but I'm just going to fuck with it a little bit. And I don't think anyone does anything to any of us. We're responsible for our own shit. That being said, I think Dave is committed to his job and wants the company to succeed. And yeah, I think he's committed to his job and he wants the company to succeed. I don't think he's going to. I don't think Dave has any sellout in him. So if some things may be difficult for him, I mean, they're difficult for all of us, right? If you work somewhere and there's someone at your job that maybe you don't see eye to eye with, so is he put in more in odd situation? I mean, it was intense between him and Greg too, man. I'm telling you. I mean, for completely different reasons. That's probably why it's intense for him now. But it's never been a it's never been like a it's never a cakewalk. It's never been a cakewalk. It's just different now. There was someone that said in the comments, by the way, in Dave's in Dave's in the weekend review show, they basically said, of course, it's a money grab what they're doing with the 25% because it's going to make them more money. Just so you know, that's not logical. If everything you do makes you money, and if you do something and it makes you money, it doesn't mean that it was a money grab. I found $89,000 in my YouTube account. Found it. Like, that means I was doing my YouTube for a long time, not for the money. So then when I got the money, now all of a sudden I was like, he does it for the money. I think you can be like, yeah, we want to open up the open. So I think people are like, hey, he's fucking lying. He's saying we want to open up the open to 25% of the people who do the open. And everyone's like, it's a money grab because it's going to make them more money. It might be a money grab, but it's not a money grab just because it makes them more money. Do you know what I'm saying? And here's another thing I saw, which I thought was interesting. Everyone's like, well, now it's just too easy to go to the semifinals and it doesn't mean anything. And someone said, let's be clear. Those 75% of the people who don't make it, they tried their ass off and they didn't make it. So for them, it's not easy. So that's another thing too. So I don't know. I think you have to be careful with your logic. It doesn't mean you're wrong. Maybe it was just a money grab, but you can't just think just because someone made more money that it was a money grab. Riley has TDC losing my trust after his last week in review. I wonder if trust is one of those things that when you lose it, like, you know how it's like one negative thing hits people harder than 10 positive things? I wonder if once you lose someone's trust, it's just fucked.
Yeah, maybe. But also people just seem to be looking for something to not trust people for.
That's true too.
Like if you lose somebody's trust, it's probably because they were they were searching for something to not trust you about.
That's a good point. And then you grab the money. That's correct. Well, my wife grabbed it. And then I grabbed that pussy. Hey, what about what about Jeff, how many Danielle Brandon shirts did you buy? How many Brute shirts did you buy yesterday after I revealed the secret marketing plan of I feel like calling I'm going to call Matt Torres. Oh, I don't even have a phone to call people on. Fuck.
Boo.
God, that sucks. God, that sucks. That sucks. Could you hear pretty good when I called?
Yeah, when you put it up next to the speaker,
Yeah,
the microphone. Yeah.
yeah. Who should I call? Danielle Brandon or Matt Torres?
Danielle probably pick up.
Last time I called Danielle and it was I'm gonna see. Hold on. What if I call her and she's like not even with Brood anymore?
I don't know. Speculation.
We pull up her IG, then make sure everything's good over there.
I don't know, man. I've been concerned about that lately too.
Before I try some weird bit that includes her and she's like, what the fuck?
I mean,
look at this. The biggest reason for being a fan of the show is the phone. Damn it. It's like if Mr. Rogers got rid of like the little trolley card. Okay, let me see your last. Oh yeah, what's it say?
I don't think she's ever had Brute in her bio.
Okay.
But nothing there.
Wait, what was that? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see that. What's that? Let's see the most recent post. Let's see. One of my favorite exercises. Okay. Who writes dumb shit like that? Some may not like the muscle look on women, but damn, like that's just, you're a fucking idiot.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, you're a fucking douche. Some might not like women whose DNA is expressing themselves fully. I like my woman bounded and held down and turned into veal. That's the problem. That's the problem because she transcends CrossFit, so we just get D-bags in here. Caved Astro, she's hot.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, let's see. Is there any brute? Damn.
No, not really. I think she moved to Nashville too.
Philip Kelly, Danielle's body's amazing. Are you sure she's not too muscly for you? I mean, oh my God. Like her just to stand perfectly still for 12 days and turn into a veal. Fuck, I'm paralyzed. I have 2 phones and I have no one to call. I heard some analysis. I didn't want to bring this up to Tyson. Not for any reason. I just don't want to bug him with this shit. But I heard an analyst say that they have to play Justin Fields because they have to figure out whether they're going to keep him or not. And so they need more data points before they make that decision. What do you think?
He has 7 data points and 6 of them are losses.
Oh.
One of them is a win.
And dude, everyone says you can build a team around that guy. And even the worst thing I saw, they said that he'd be in the NFL for a fucking long time as a backup quarterback. That was like the worst thing I heard.
Fields?
No.
Oh.
T Bagent.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that they.
I really appreciate the comments just filling up with, "Hey, I'm sorry, Tyson. I didn't think you had a chance in hell." That's really cool. You bunch of cunts.
Now they're gonna say he can't kick a field goal or something ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're definitely gonna keep giving Tyson opportunities because he's shown that he can do it. I've heard that they want to trade Fields because he has value or something. Like they can trade him for money to spend on other things.
Right, to free up that whatever that cap thing is.
Yeah,
Okay.
which I mean they got a steal with Tyson. So like if they did trade
Oh.
Fields, you throw Tyson in as a starter and then you've got what?
Okay, how about this? How about let me try my personal phone?
Oh boy.
How about I try my personal phone to hook up to the Roadcaster? Okay, pair. Okay, here we go. Pair it up. And let me call who should I call? I'll call Susie again.
Sure.
Nope. Okay, so it's the iPhone 15 doesn't work. Hey, dude, the iPhone 15 does not work with the fucking Roadcaster. What a fucking joke, dude. I'm blaming them now. It can't be my fault. I'm a victim. I'm a victim of being a baller. iPhone 15 with Roadcaster. So I should switch. Oh, Nelly. Now here's a real big problem. You ready for this?
Yeah.
When you the last phone we had was the 13.
Correct.
And when you switch from the 13 to the 15, it turns into an electronic SIM.
And then that's the issue now, huh?
And I bet you I can't get back to because I was thinking, well, fuck, I'll just transfer back over and use the old phone. But I wonder if I could even do that.
Oh, fuck, because now it's an eSIM.
Damn it. iPhone 15 with best content creator setup. Oh, here we go.
You don't happen to have any more SIM cards, do you?
No. Change and just change the phone number on the entire
Yeah.
Man, using Rode wireless. How to connect iPhone to Rode. Oh man. And there's nothing iPhone 15 with Roadcaster Pro too. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye. Douche nozzle. Cave Astro professional podcaster, hardly. Okay, that's my football talk. How come we don't see any protests to release the hostages? How come we've seen thousands of protesters, millions of protesters to stop bombing Palestine, but we don't see any people protesting to release the hostages? Do you know why? I know why.
I couldn't tell you specifically, but
You're not gonna like it. No one's gonna like it.
It's because it's not getting airtime and nobody cares.
Because you already know they're fucking scumbags and protesters. Like, no protest or anything is going to work on them. Like, why aren't the streets in the United States filled with protesters protesting Hamas release the hostages? Because Hamas is like the Hamas and that whole Palestinian like organization there, they're fucking dogs. That in itself, like just screams volumes. It's like why not? It's the same with the BLM riots. Why not just start a massive campaign in the United States, like we had the litter campaign in the '50s to not litter, for the Black community to stop resisting arrest. Dear Black youth, stop resisting arrest. All 12 of you that were killed unarmed by the cops, and the vast majority of you have been killed by cops, was because you resisted arrest. Stop resisting arrest. If you want to live, why not just start a massive campaign? Why burn down Ferguson? Because they don't care if Black people die. They're not interested in the solution for Black people to die. They don't care. None of those people care if anyone lives or dies. All those college campuses. You know what else is another weird thing? All those protests you see, like on the college campuses, those kids are still wearing masks. Like 20% of the kids are wearing COVID masks. Have
I
you
thought
noticed
I
that?
was watching. Yeah, I thought I was watching like archived footage of protests because everybody. It's like hundreds and thousands of people just wearing masks with signs. Like the pickets. It almost looks fake or old. It makes no sense.
Yeah, no, they're shitbags. No one's like, dear Hamas, release. Like you would think there'd be tons of. There's 9 Americans, including a 3-year-old who's being held hostage.
Crazy, right?
I haven't seen. The streets should be filled with those people saying, release our people. Instead, it's Free Palestine, which is getting the Palestinians killed because then the Palestinians think that like there's some chance of that. There's no chance of that. You have to leave.
Yeah. It's pretty insane. Israel's been making a pretty good
Sevan,
effort.
it's wrong what Israel's doing. Fine. I can agree with you or not agree with you on that. That does not matter if you want to save people's lives. Are you happy that Derek Chauvin went to jail and thousands of Black men died unnecessarily because Derek Chauvin went to jail? Cool. I guess it's a good trade-off. What is the abortion rate by race? You guys are going to love this. Damn, I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Among the 30 areas that reported race by ethnicity data of 2019, non-Hispanic white women and non-Hispanic Black women accounted for the largest percentage of abortions. Non-Hispanic white women had the lowest abortion, 6.6 per thousand. Black women had the highest abortion rates, 386 for every 1,000 live births. Now, I want you to think about that. 386 for every 1,000 live births. And in some places, just so you know, it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. Like I think in New York City, for black women, it's every black baby that's born, one is killed or something. And now I want you to watch this video. Process this for a second. Now that you know that, process this. This is some white chick at a college fighting with Charlie Kirk. Listen to this. Listen to this. This is nuts. I'm gonna play this like 3 times. Listen to this.
Abortion was legal in this country for 40 years. And crime dropped 40% after it went. Wait, hold on. Do you think abortion lowers crime rate? Crime dropped 40% after abortion became legal.
Why is that the case?
It's called a statistic.
Who has the most abortions in America?
Women.
Black people. So are you trying to say the termination of blacks in the womb lowers crime? That's a very racist argument.
So first she's arguing that you should kill babies because it lowers crime. And then he points out to her, well, he doesn't say it, but we saw in the statistics, they're killed at 3 times. Black babies are killed at 3 times the rate of white babies. I think it was 116 in 1,000 for white women and 386 for black women. And isn't it funny? She's like, statistics? Watch it again. We're fucked if this is really our use in America.
I love that response.
And crime dropped 40% after it went.
Wait, hold on. Do you think abortion lowers crime rate?
Crime dropped 40% after abortion became legal.
Why is that the case?
It's called a statistic.
Who has the most abortions in America?
Women.
Black people. So are you trying to say the termination of blacks in the womb lowers crime? That's a very racist argument.
Well, actually, Charlie's wrong there. It's not a racist argument. It's they're all just facts and numbers, but it's not racist, but it's just fucking crazy, this justification for killing people to lower yeah, I'm sure Mike McCaskey, I'm sure 100% correct about lowering crime. I mean, it's a correlate, it's not a cause and effect, but yeah, totally. Kill babies, lower crime. Great one. Oh, of course she doesn't pay her own bills. She probably doesn't even, of course she doesn't pay her own bills. She's a douche. Sean Sullivan, war is terrible. Part of Hamas war strategy is to use civilian populations as shields. A huge part of it, 50% of their strategy is that. They know they are letting their people be killed and are okay with it. That's how they wage their war. Yeah, totally. Of course. I sent Seth a text the other day. I have to be more on top of it when he came on and he talked. I need to interrupt him more. I need to guide that conversation more.
Yeah, that guy can talk.
Yeah. This guy's wild right here. You ever see this? This guy's all up in my algorithm. Do you know who this guy is? I don't even know his name.
No.
But you've seen him before, right? He's made appearances on this show.
Sure.
You know that Black Lives Matter was an organization that was founded by a bunch of fat black lesbians who hate God, who hate the family, order of the family, who hate the unborn child. And they admitted, at least one of them, that they're a Marxist group and they've been trained to do what they're doing. Did you know it was founded by some fat black lesbians?
Wow. So first of all,
did you know that?
What we're not going to do is insult folks, right?
Well, they claim to be lesbians and they're fat and they're black. Well, I didn't do it.
So.
But did you know that it was founded by them?
I personally know them, right? So.
I personally know them.
Stop that part.
And you knew that before they joined. What made you join, knowing that? Because normally men don't follow women like that. What made you do it? Did you know that Black Lives Matter was a...
Normally men don't follow women like that.
What's funny is he called it insulting, but he knew them. So is it insulting to call them what they are?
That's the thing, right? Like
he perceived it as insulting, and it wasn't insulting, it's a fact.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, did you see Andrew Hiller's post this morning?
I don't think I did. What was it about?
It's wild, dude.
On Instagram?
Yeah. I'm a little confused. Are you bringing it up?
Yep.
Awesome. You the man. I'm just going through and cleaning up my notes.
This CrossFit post?
Yeah. So, I think this is a screenshot if you go to CrossFit.com on your iPhone. And it says experience local community globally, a community-driven culture. Now, I have no idea what that means, that sentence right there. I have no idea what any of that means. Experience local community globally. Does that mean like if you travel, no matter where you go on the globe, if you're a CrossFitter, you'll feel at home? I don't know what that means. And then a community-driven culture. That makes no fucking sense. A community. Like the KKK? Was that a community-driven culture? I'm trying to think of examples of community-driven culture.
Isn't every community a culture?
Man, okay. Now go to the next slide. This is where it gets really bizarre. I think this is f45.com on your
Oh,
phone.
God, it is.
Global gym local community. Oh, no.
Oh, God. What are they doing?
Sean Lenderman, why does the CMO of CrossFit have a private page? Because he... You know why. Let me see the replies of that one. Because after HillerFit called him out, he moved to a private page for community reasons. Local community, global privately. Probably afraid of being ass pounded by people who see through the BS. What's wrong with being ass pounded, homophobe? Not fair. A lot of former tech leadership aren't too proud to be out in public. I would be honored to get ass pounded by Hiller and the goons. Because he's a weirdo. I didn't say I was afraid. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Hiller, I started following your account recently. Are you currently a member of an affiliate? I'm asking because I see a lot of people profiting from CrossFit, but they work out at home by themselves. What I'm trying to figure out is that guy a monk? I'm trying to figure out
No.
what's he insinuating?
He can't say anything because he doesn't work out in an affiliate.
Is that what he's insinuating? Open that up. Let me see what the replies. That comment really fucking annoys me. He's a member of the F45. He was an affiliate owner, might still be, not sure. That's irrelevant. There's nothing wrong with garage athletes, and it's in CrossFit DNA. Yeah, what is that guy? Let me go back up to what that guy's saying. Profiting. Mr. Hiller, I started following your account recently. Are you currently a member of affiliate? I'm asking because I see a lot of people profiting from CrossFit, but they work out. So he's saying that Hiller works out at home and sells programming, very popular, good programming, but doesn't contribute to an affiliate. Dude, how about the fact he just did that amazing piece on Scott Panchik? I think that contributed to affiliates. How about the fact that he went and when Joe Neal's Sevan triggered? How about the fact when it's just stupid? Thank you. I'm triggered. How about the fact when I'm not sitting in stillness like Doc Holliday? I'm reacting. How about the fact that when Joe Neal's was going out on a limb and for 30 days and trying to get people to come to his affiliate, Hiller took the biggest platform in the CrossFit space, HillerFit on YouTube, and amplified fucking Joe Neal's. How about that, you fucking D-bag, Bob? I started following your account recently. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it. Maybe Bob's not saying that. Anyway, if he's not, I apologize, Bob. Sevan, you are not your thoughts. Thank you. But I am the motherfucking CEO. The best athlete, number 68, the Dao De Ching. The best athlete wants his opponent at his best. The best general enters the mind of his enemy. The best businessman serves the communal good. The best leader follows the will of the people. All of them embody the virtue of non-competition. Not that you don't have to compete, but they do it in the spirit of play. In this, they are like children and in harmony with the Tao. You guys want a conversation between two monks? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's this? What's this?
We went to the the Kansas City Library, and outside the library is like the architecture is like the bindings of books, so like where you see the title.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of the very first ones on the wall is the Tao Te Ching, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's nice. That's nice. Oh shit, I clicked on an ad. What is going on? You know that if you're Armenian, you can't borrow money from Citibank? It's a company policy.
Really?
Yeah, did you see that?
No, but that's
I did it in the live call-in show the other day. Fuck, black people are such pussies. Citibank will not. They have a policy. So I told you guys the story about the America West, the vice president of America West, who told me and my wife we don't lend money to Armenians. That was to my face. Now Citibank in LA has been fined a whopping $24 million for their policy. Well, to be correct, they don't lend money to people. They have with the last name ending in YAN and IAN. Let me see black people top that, motherfuckers. Marginalized. Hashtag marginalized. Yeah, a story came out a couple of days ago.
That's a trip.
San Francisco business owner blasts decision to deep clean city for Xi Jinping's visit. Leaves city filthy otherwise. Oh, this is going to be good. Did you see what they did? They started planting all these trees and shit. They started planting all these trees and shit in San Francisco because of Xi Jinping's visit. They started putting planters and shit everywhere.
Is that insane?
Getting ahead with
fucking
Chase.
insane,
Solutions that grow with
dude.
you. One bank for now, for later.
I can't
for
believe
life.
what a scumbag
Chase,
Gavin
make
Newsom
more
is.
of what's yours.
Let's bring in San Francisco business owner Danielle Rabkin. She owns CrossFit Golden Gate Gym.
CrossFit Golden Gate Gym. Represent, girl.
And she joins me now. Danielle, good morning to you. What do you think about this? San Francisco getting all cleaned up for China and not for residents like you?
At first, I thought they were cleaning the areas. The media was making a way bigger deal out of this than it needed to be. Of course, we needed clean high security zones, but then I realized they were cleaning outside of those high security zones. And then that Newsom.
Oh, shit. They were like repainting crosswalks and shit, too. Dude.
Getting rid of all the LGBTQ flags on the ground.
Clip surfaced, and it was abundantly obvious that they were cleaning because of optics and not security. It is extremely frustrating. He doesn't care about having clean streets for the constituents.
Dude, how is that safe? Did you see all those barriers they put up in San Francisco? What if there's a fire, or what if like you have to run from a rapist or something? What a mess. Oh no, what happened? Oh,
just scroll back up.
No, I lost the story. Shit. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's super fucked. I was you know who Mike Baker is?
No.
He was like a former CIA operative. He was on Joe Rogan a few times. He has like a daily like news podcast, and he was talking about how we should just have Xi Jinping do a world tour or like American tour where he goes to Portland and Seattle and Los Angeles and all the other like shitty cities in the United States, so that they have to clean them up.
Yeah,
It'll be like a month of reprieve from homeless people and drug addicts.
I'm totally down. What's gross is that it's of all people, it's fucking China's leader.
Yeah, right. We won't do anything for people who pay to live here for every day, like crazy money to live here, but we'll do it for this fucking communist guy.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to fuck with it now. Let's let the whole thing play. Let's see.
Getting all cleaned up for China and not for residents like you.
At first, I thought they were cleaning the areas. The media was making a way bigger deal out of this than it needed to be. Of course, we needed clean high security zones, but then I realized they were cleaning outside of those high security zones. And then that Newsom clip surfaced, and it was abundantly obvious that they were cleaning because of optics and not security. It is extremely frustrating. He doesn't care about having clean streets for the constituents he serves, but at the snap of a fingers, things are clean just in time for this conference.
Yeah, we're looking at some footage of the newly cleaned up San Francisco, but as a resident who saw the before and after in real time, how much different do things look now that it's cleaned up than it did a few days ago?
Well, it's funny. The city's always gotten away with being really poorly run, but with work from home policy,
Oh my God.
to leave, and small business owners, the tax base is shrinking. That small business owners are the ones suffering. So it's really difficult to see that things are getting cleaned up right as this conference is coming and world leaders are about to come into the city.
Yeah, did the level of homelessness and urine on the streets and the drug use, did it impact your business in terms of foot traffic?
Oh, absolutely. People, like I said, with work from home, people don't have to be here anymore, and they don't want to live in a place that doesn't feel clean and safe. So they're leaving. Like I said, our tax base is shrinking. Everyone's panicking that our budget is getting reduced. And as a small business owner who's been operating for over 11 years in the city, I can tell you with certainty that people are not here in the same numbers that they used to be. And we feel the pain tremendous.
You think she used to be a libtard like me?
I don't know, maybe. Did you see what?
Stores are closing left and right. This is not a media ploy. This is the real truth on the streets. It is business owners like me who are feeling the squeeze and feeling the pain. People don't want to live here if they don't have to be here. It's a great city. It's beautiful. There's a lot of upsides. But at the end of the day, people want to feel clean and
That's not true, by the way, anymore.
Yeah.
safe. It's just astounding that with a $14 billion city budget, that's not something the city can provide.
Absolutely. It's called quality of life. And people who pay the, I'm sure, significant level of taxes that you pay as a tax-paying resident and business owner, you deserve the best quality of life imaginable, and you weren't getting it before. And that's really one of the things, is that if they cleaned up the city now, it proves that this was a choice, that they could have done it years ago. They chose not to. They chose to keep the tents on the streets and the drug use out in the public eye. Why do you think that was the policy decision?
I can't tell you that, but if it wasn't abundantly clear before, it is abundantly clear now that our leaders at the local and state level aren't totally incapable and incompetent. They just choose not to serve the people. They have so much hubris. They know that they're not going to lose their jobs. If they, Newsom, good for him that he went into politics, because if he worked for a company where performance was important, he'd probably be unemployed and broke.
Yeah, very well said. Danielle, thank you so much for joining us.
God, I wish she'd just say it.
Dude, what?
It's all fucking Black Lives Matter and transgender and homosexual shit. It's all that. It has nothing to do with. That's all it is there. That's all it fucking is there.
Did you see this?
The city of San Francisco gives money to. They have a universal income program for transgender people and Samoan women and Black women. Those three categories. There are Islander women, Black women, and transgender. They have a universal income, meaning they just get money for living there. How the fuck is that going on? Sorry, go ahead. What are you gonna show me?
This is that clip from Gavin Newsom admitting that he did it because they were coming.
Yeah.
I know folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true because it's true.
Oh my God. Here's the thing.
Cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders.
I'm okay with cleaning up because someone's visiting the town from another country. But
Sure.
not to the like you let it get. There's people who you're doing needle giveaways in a fucking major metropolis under the guise of helping people. It's illegal in your state to fucking arrest people who are sleeping on the sidewalk. I mean, this is fucking nuts. Yeah. If it ain't woke, don't fix it. Robbie Myers engaging our leader. Invoking our leader, Greg Glassman. Mommy has a cack and daddy breastfeeds. Better give that to Greg Glassman. I just need someone to steal me an Apple Watch from Cali and send it over. I have an Apple Watch. It's dumb.
Get a real watch.
Yeah, or no watch. Damn, my notes are all fucked up again. My notes just got too big again. That sucks. What happened to Russell Brand? Did he get fully demonetized?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. I think he's still probably has a court case against it or something.
All right. Here we go. Ready?
Republican candidates, for the most part, they're talking about a systemic collapse, whether it's crime or energy or the economy or the border, that the left finally got their moment. And we've now witnessed something we haven't seen maybe since 1932. An empowered, progressive, hard left, free to do what they want. And the results are in, and they've destroyed most of the big cities in the United States. They've caused the largest migrations in American history out of blue states into red states. They've destroyed the criminal justice code. They've destroyed the southern border. They've humiliated us abroad with Afghanistan. And they've called all of that disaster a success. And we're watching it in real time. All of the Republican candidates, for the most.
I think that's fair.
Why is that?
That assessment of what happened. We watch basically the U.S. government with the help of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram fucking pile drive our fucking in the media, CNN, MSNBC, Pfizer, Pharma. We watch them just basically destroy fucking huge chunks of our country, huge swaths of our country. I think that's totally fair assessment. That's true because it's true. He's learning. He can just assert whatever he wants, and the mainstream media will cover for him. Newsom said twice he was going to use COVID to push political agendas. Yeah, he's a douche. Oh, nothing happened to Brand. Okay, good. Oh, really? Need to watch Vivek destroy Cuomo in his latest interview. Oh, good. I can't wait. Assault bike material today. All right. Stay tuned. Who knows what Hiller's going to put out next? He's on a fucking terror. He's a one-man wrecking crew.
It's easy when he just has so much material to choose from.
Yeah, right. It's almost like, you think maybe he's paid by Coca-Cola to do that?
I mean, didn't he have a C4 sponsorship or something?
Hiller's paid by Coke to destroy CrossFit.
A relative success in the World Cup, the England women's football team couldn't shake off one particular criticism. They were too white.
The only thing I would say about this picture here, this doesn't sort of represent diverse Britain. It's all these blonde, blue-eyed girls.
It's okay to be blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
But if the whole idea behind this is going to encourage more women to go and into the sport, You need some sort of representation
Yeah.
there to say, whatever background you come from, you could get to this sort of level.
Because I mean, who could argue with him? Indeed, racism won't end until every single Western European sports team looks like the French under-21s. England is
shit.
4.2% black, according to the latest census. And the England women's football team is 13% black, with 3 out of the 23 women in that squad ticking that box. No, that's not good enough. At this point, what exactly does diversity even mean? If it's white, it ain't all right. No, you can't say that. Despite their relative
Oh,
success.
but they are
in the
saying that, and that's the thing. That's all it is. That's the same with the Gavin Newsom thing. That's what the reason the streets are dirty. It's that stupid talk. That women's soccer team is 13% black when only 4% of the people in England are black. That's like, didn't Scotland hire like an Arab to be like their prime minister or some shit?
Yeah, it was one of those weird island countries, I think.
Oh my goodness. I don't think Scotland's an island. Maybe it is. Oh my goodness. How about this? Did you see this? Did you see this? Is crazy. Bill Burr's getting destroyed. Fuck, we'll milk this guy's Instagram for a second. Look at this. This one's crazy too. Here we go.
Trump and Tucker Carlson received a raucous standing ovation from about 20,000 fans at the latest UFC event.
Making his way into the building.
Actually, make that 19,999. That's no other than comedian Bill Burr's wife, Nia Renee Hill. Many asking how Burr, who made his name skewering political correctness, feminism, and woke, ended up with someone so woke. Hill previously salivated over Trump catching coronavirus.
She posted, I hope Trump gets coronavirus.
Why? Because she thought I was going to kill somebody?
I guess. What a fucking scumbag.
The fact anybody thought that was going to happen.
For a decade. I mean, your first red flag is your wife not taking your last name. Not exactly a great start, is it? But the comedian basically admitted that he has to get approval for his joke.
You married? Yeah. No, she's the best.
Okay.
She's a saint, and she puts up with me. I actually run jokes by her.
Do you really?
Yeah. Like, should I say this?
I wondered why he'd become a lot less funny in recent years. Became decidedly less edgy and a lot more normie.
I got really into vaccines during COVID. I can't stop getting them now.
So suffice to say, Bill Burr is a cautionary tale. Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson.
Pussy whooped.
Yikes.
Damn. Poor Billy. Poor Billy. Billy Bush. I'm just pissed at my list now, and I'm just grabbing shit. I'm just pissed at my fucking list. Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Oh, this is fucking good. You have you ever seen like the how wealthy people are in the United States? Have you seen that list by race? And it's like Asians make twice as much as whites on average, and like whites make twice as much as blacks, like on average. Like that's what it looks like: 100,000, 50,000, then 25,000 a year, or something like that.
Sure.
Roughly. And then you look, and it's like blacks have their PhD like in the vast majority. If you're black, you have your PhD in just it's like something fucking ridiculous, right? And then whites, it's like psychology, right? And then Asians, it's math. Like Asians get PhDs in math 10-1 to like whites and blacks, dude. It's crazy. And I saw this. This is fucking hilarious. This is the European Girls Mathematic Olympiad winners. Look at China, Asian. America, Asian. Australia, or no, is that Australia or the UK? Whatever these fucking Australia, UK, Asian. Like all the winners are Asians. First place, China. We'll take it.
Oh my God.
First place, USA. Dude.
That's hilarious.
There
needs to be a more diverse team.
Yeah.
Doesn't really bode well for white
dude,
people
look
wanting
at
to
the
get
team.
into mathematics.
Asian people are so weird. Look at this chick has her koala bear with her.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess it's Australia. Oh my! Oh, this chick. The UK team. This actually looks like an Indian girl, dude.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's get it up close. Asian. Oh, that might be a dude.
That's a dude for sure.
Okay.
Still Asian.
Okay, fine. Okay, here we go. Here's the UK. Yeah, that's not Chinese.
Yeah,
That's,
probably Indian.
That's
Computer, not casino.
Yes. Yes. I'm a little disappointed I didn't come up with it first, but I'm glad you did. That's good. Yes.
I was trying to remember which one it was.
Thank you. I know. I was going through them. I was just like dot, not feather, dot. No, that's not the one I like. There's something else even more racist. Okay, good. Damn. I wonder what Asians' abortion rate is. I bet you it's low as shit. They don't kill babies.
In China or outside of China?
Oh, good point. Good point. Hey, Dawn, you should hire me to run your HR department. I will fuck shit up, dude. Elon Musk got rid of 75% of people and Twitter is still working. That's amazing. Apple needs to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
5% of people, and Twitter is still working.
With record traffic.
Right, exactly. And so I think he will, and apparently he's also put the boots to the people who are trafficking in child exploitation already.
Incredible.
Right, no kidding. No kidding. Incredible in two ways. Incredible that he did it, but even more incredible that he could do it that fast and that it hadn't been done. Right. He's got rid of 7.
It is kind of crazy. That's where the CMO came from, by the way. And he was really pissed that Elon bought. Imagine being pissed that Elon bought Twitter.
It's crazy.
They're going to let the president back on. All right. Oh, this is good. This looks like it might be funny. I want to finish on something funny.
Okay.
Go ahead. What? Tell me.
Somebody said Musk fired Josh Grau, and I'm wondering if that's true because I thought he was at Twitter like a long time ago. Like he left Twitter a while before Elon was there.
I don't know. It's fine. You can start that rumor.
That sounds pretty hilarious.
Everyone on Twitter is pissed that Elon owns Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I'm not pissed. I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, what side of Twitter are you on?
When you live in a liberal ivory tower, which colludes with the government, of course you're pissed. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Maybe this is funny. 9:30. Jeez Louise, I have to go. Got shits to do. Here we go. Democrats on an escalator.
Whoa, that's not good.
Oh, I don't need this. I'm already late.
Somebody will come. Anybody out there?
Do you have a phone?
No. Sorry. Somebody! Hello! There are 2 people stuck on an escalator and we need help. Now, would somebody please do something? I don't believe this. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, there's enough left to do.
You know what's really funny about that? I had the exact same thing happen. I saw the exact same thing happen yesterday. When I was in Kansas City, this family was in a giant GMC Sierra, like the big pickup truck.
Yeah.
And we had just pulled up to go look at that library, and this Prime truck parked right next to it, not parallel, but just behind it. And so the Sierra was parked in a parallel parking spot, and the Amazon truck was right next to it, not with enough space to move around. Well, this family is sitting in the GMC Sierra, just laying on the horn, just like blasting the horn, waiting for the Amazon driver to come back and move his truck. And in my head, I'm like,
but it could have just pulled forward and away.
yes. So literally, I looked at it and I was like, well,
Please tell me it
tough
was a
tough
woman
shit.
driving it. Please tell me. Please tell me.
It was like maybe a Filipino or an Indian woman, just and her family, just sitting in this GMC Sierra, and there was plenty of space to get through the truck and the car in front of her, but she didn't. And even if she didn't do that, she could back up over the curb and then go around the other
Right,
direction.
like a dude would have done.
Yeah, absolutely. But we just watched it. I watched it happen, and then my dad he went to intervene, and I was like, just leave him alone, like let him fucking figure it out. But once he mentioned it that they could get out, they like went out and tried to get out of it, and it took them way longer than it needed to. But it was fucking hilarious.
I find it's culturally unacceptable for Asians to honk a horn. They should have just sat there peacefully.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't.
Yeah.
But probably 10 minutes later, the prime driver came out and drove away, but they had already gotten out.
My friend who was the worst driver in high school was an Asian guy, and I don't know. I think it's just like I think like I don't know. 99% of the videos I see with people stealing from stores on the internet, it's black people. I think literally 99% of the people like I see doing dumb shit. Like if you're getting onto you get onto an on-ramp and once every 5 years there'll be someone who stops and thinks like you don't stop on an on-ramp because you can't merge. You roll into that shit, motherfucker. But it's always, if you look, it's the Asian dude.
Yeah.
Always. It's always, yeah, they don't drive so good. I don't know what the deal is. The dudes taking from the Apple store in groups of 10 to 50 are black dudes, and the dudes who don't drive so good are Asian dudes. I think the black thing is cultural. I don't know why Asians can't drive. That doesn't even make sense to me. I can't really explain it. You think it's because because driving's about flowing, right? But you think they're just too segmented? Like my mom kind of drives like that. It's like Greg even drives like that, to be honest. It's like he drives in pieces instead of flowing.
I feel like they're used to driving in a
and Greg's great at math like an Asian. He might even be Asian.
Yeah, it's possible. I imagine it's because they're used to driving in cities where it's stop and go and stop and go. Like there's no flow to it. You're just constantly in a different section.
Like they're just segmented.
Yeah, exactly.
And black people rob Apple stores because Asians are good at math and black people are good at running, I guess. So they rob shit and run.
Yeah, sure.
And Indian dudes are good at programming, so they work at Apple. What's going on over on let us go. Is Brian on Be Friendly? How do you spell friendly? Be friendly. Be friendly. I just type in Be Friendly. Oh, they're live over there.
Are they?
Yeah. Look at.
Oh yeah, they are.
My neck out for you. I do think he's fitter than 111, but until he shows it, I would 100% get why that's where he's at.
Yeah, and we're on the
would you
same
agree
page
with that?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same page. He's recently changed where he's
Harry Lightfoot. That guy's Native American, right? Harry Lightfoot. Imagine you could be like running Tiger and you get fucking Harry Lightfoot. Fuck.
That sucks.
And then meanwhile, at 143, this dude's stoked. He got PD Savage.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
What is this? What are they doing? What is this? What is this?
Top 200 power rankings.
Oh.
I can't believe he did 200. That's way too many.
I like special guest John Young like he's retarded.
Do we need to start adding that when he comes on?
With Sevan Podcast senior analyst John Young.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, come on. Harry Lightfoot's a great name. Come on, man. I mean,
yeah, if you're a character in Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's like good. It's a good name, but like if you're Native American, you want like fucking Run Like Wind, not Harry Lightfoot.
Eagle's Claw.
Yeah, right. Yeah. How about that? Harry Pringle can. Oh my God. Ken Walters, why isn't this being done on your show? Because he's got his own YouTube channel now. He's pimping. Pimping. It is. Wait, hold on. It is being done on my channel.
I'm
What
on
are you
my
talking
Roman
about?
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah. So basically, what he's saying is he thinks I was smoking the pipe weed from the Shire.
Yeah. What Logan
Just like
brings
Roman
up,
does.
I think what Logan
right.
brings up is a good.
Thanks, guys. What do we? Let me see what's going on. Oh, today's Tuesday. We had Tyson Bagent on. Oh, that was fucking cool. We had Tyson Bagent on.
That was pretty
tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Greg Glassman, and then in the evening we have some dude named Zachary Kadatz. I think it's a dude in the comments here. It's like a CrossFit training or tip training. CrossFit
training tips or something like that.
Yeah, and I think he got a cease and desist from CrossFit. Then tomorrow we have Dan Thiessen. He's doing something to raise money. I know that's not like, I know that just half of you are like, I'm not watching that show. Sorry, Dan. And then we have Shut Up and Scribble in the afternoon with J.R. Howe and Taylor Self. And then, oh shit. Okay, on Friday we have an affiliate owner who just opened a gym in San Francisco. That one's gonna be fucking nasty. Nasty show. Rory Marlowe.
Shit. Bold move.
The 18th, we might be taking the day off. I'm not sure. I'll be going to Sousa's gym for his 10-year anniversary in the morning. And then Sunday, we have John Brazink. Oh, my God. And Monday, we have Tommy G. Dude, next week, we're going to go. Sunday and Monday are hot. Oh, and then Tuesday, we have Tyson Bagent again. Holy shit. Oh, we have Vikey from the filmmaker from, I don't know what country, South Africa or Australia?
South Africa. I think he's from South Africa, but he lives in Australia.
That's cool. I'm excited. All right. And then next Friday, we have Native American Heritage something day. I saw we had Josh Bridges scheduled somewhere too. Oh, yeah. Josh Bridges is scheduled. Jeffrey Birchfield, order your KY jelly. I know you like those shows. All right. Remember, be kind and loving. Read your Tao. Caleb, thank you. Bye-bye.